Hello and welcome to the first session of The Worlds That Were, a heavily modded system-jumping alt history game in the 30,000 universe, the Warhammer 30,000 universe, using the Fantasy Flight systems which we've chopped up and broken. I'll just go through, do a quick introduction. I'm Sean, I'm going to be running the game. This was my terrible idea. Going along the bottom of my screen, we have Ronan.
Hi!
Who I
I'm
already
so
regret.
sorry.
Who I already regret inviting. Sebastian.
I'm here against my will.
That's true. Adam.
Hello!
Tim.
Hi.
Evan.
Hello.
Kyle, the only other person whose face I can see.
Hello.
And that other person's not important.
Wow.
Don't forget me.
So, just to kind of kick things off, we'll go through and we'll... I've got a small intro section we'll go through, and then we'll introduce everybody's characters and we'll explain the setting a little bit. So, diving right in. Imagine, as if you can, a field of stars. You see the galaxy itself from millions of layers away. And your vision sort of expands and you pass past stars and gas clouds and nebula and asteroid belts as you approach a small cluster of stars towards what you would class as the eastern edge of the galaxy. When you approach, you see these stars expand and grow, and your vision kind of slows as you approach one in particular. It's a red giant, a few sort of planets clustered around its periphery, a large asteroid belt. Towards the edge of the system, you see a collection of sort of flashing lights that at first you might mistake for stars, but then you see they're moving faster than really should be possible for stellar bodies. As you continue to approach, you see large metallic shapes with plasma engines towards the rear flaring as they sort of slowly drift through the cosmos. You see ships, hundreds and hundreds of ships of varying marks and colour. Your vision kind of turns towards the front of this collection of vessels, and you see a ship far larger than any other assembled here. You see huge spires and cannons that larger than buildings kind of dot its prow and its hull. Towards the front of the ship, you see a large figurehead reminiscent of a wolf, and towards its base a large black crescent moon has been inscribed. Again, your perspective turns as you sort of come at it from the front, and you pass through a large sort of black permaglass window. You see the interior of the command bridge. You see dozens of humans operating terminals, running from station to station, taking orders from their superiors. Slowly, your view drifts towards the rear of the command bridge. You see a large throne with an elderly-looking man sat on it, taking orders and passing out orders and taking reports from other bridge crew. Behind that, you see a large set of stairs, an almost marble-like arch at the peak. At either side of the entrance to this further back section, you see two figures, bigger by a noticeable amount than the humans who have been operating the crew, clad in dark grey and black trimmed armour, faceplates reminiscent of old medieval knights' helmets, red light blaring through from lenses, vicious looking stocky weapons with clips larger than a normal man's arms stood at attention. Further back than that, in a room illuminated with a green glow, you see... Fuck off, Tim. You see a room illuminated in a sort of a lime green glow. More of these warriors kind of stood in attention. In the center of the room, there was a large table projecting a holographic view of this area of space. Stood astride this table are two individuals which you can describe only as giants. One, a very austere looking man holding a large blade with serrated chained teeth, armor and ornate gold. Short, silver hair clipped back, a very stern expression on his face. The other manages to dwarf even him. A huge set of dark Baroque power armor, making him stand even a head above his contemporary. One hand grasps a data slate, which is minuscule in his enormous armored hand. The other hand is a talon, bladed fingers longer than the length of a normal man's arm, and a large gun-like weapon affixed to the top half. A thick wolf-like cloak hangs from his back and goes down across. As sound starts to kick in, you hear the background noises of the ship, the humming of the engine, the slight kind of whining of servos and things as they operate. You hear the slight clamour of the bridge crew in the background. Eventually, you start to be able to pick up on the conversation that these two giants are having. The larger of the two, turns to the golden-clad man, and he says, "Well, what if we take your fourth company and we position them on the far side of the moon, at which point we can launch a surprise attack on the Orc stronghold?" The golden figure turns to his larger compatriot and just simply says, "No." This debate continues for a while, as they're clearly debating the best military strategy to deal with a system infested by greenskin orcs. After a while, a human walks in wearing simple kind of navy fatigues. He kind of stands at attention and waits to be noticed by these two. The gentleman with the large woven cloak kind of turns to him and he says, "Yes." The human says, "My lords, another fleet is translating into the system. We've received identification from the lead ship. It is the Imperator Somnium." Almost as soon as he says the words, all noise from the bridge of this ship seems to cut out. The two figures kind of look at each other, and the larger figure puts down this data slate as they kind of await something to happen. After a few moments, a bright golden light, blinding beyond all recognition, flares throughout the entire bridge of the ship. Without even having the time to realize what's going on, every living soul on the bridge of this ship drops to a knee as a single solitary figure materializes in the center of the bridge. An ornate claw-like weapon, very similar to the one on the second figure's arm, a flaming sword longer than the length of a human man in one hand, long, luscious locks of a dark brown seep off his head. You can't make out the shape of his face, and although you can hear his voice, it seems to echo within your own mind with the sound of 1,000 different voices kind of filling the space within your head. He turns to the two larger figures, and with this deep, authoritative voice, he says, "Horus, Rogel, I have located another of your brothers." At which point, black fades in. And we arrive to the Kaivar system. Now, at this point, I will introduce the characters going through. I've told them to keep their introductions to 50 words or less. So we'll start with Ronan, who is playing Callister. Explain who you are.
No promises that I'll keep it to 50 words or less, but
That's 5.
Callister is, he's currently in solitary confinement. He's been there for quite a bit. He hasn't seen the light of the sun for, well, days. His hair is short crop black. He's got sort of vibrant electric blue eyes, and in his prison jumpsuit, he's rather tattered and dirty. Getting a good look at his face, he's actually quite young, but whatever the hell he's in for, well, the blood in his hands that give one a inkling as to the reason he's there.
Okay. Next we have Nast, who's Sebastian.
Could we like drag out the picture tokens so like people can associate each one
Yeah,
with
sure.
the character?
Yeah.
Oh, I should do that then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'll
no.
let you drag out Callister first.
There he is. Look at him. No, it's glory. He's kind of small to me. I don't know if Sean, you want to make that big?
Yeah. So there we have Callister. That's Ronan's character.
Hi.
Right. Next we have Nast.
As you can see, Nast is a nice young fellow of the lower hives whom have grown up in a area of gang activities and as such have led a life of mainly crime and murder and other such nice reputable things. Has a particular love of brotherhood and association, and generally just a real nice person. Nast is a short nickname. He has a longer full name if that becomes relevant. And yeah, I believe that's all for his background.
Okay. Next we have Rallis May, played by Adam.
Well, looking at the token there, he's a bit more high tech than he is now. Rallis is actually a young labourer from Kaivar who used to work for the tech guilds, but due to a series of unfortunate events, has ended up in the mines of Lycaeus, getting screwed over.
Okay. Then we have Lucian O'Neill, played by Tim.
So, Lucian is a bit older than most of the other inhabitants here. He's been here since he was born on the planet. Unlike most of the others in the group, he is prematurely aged, rather by pain and what. And he's the closest thing the place has to, one of the few that are close to being a doctor that the place has.
Okay. Next we have Jin, who's being played by Evan.
Jin is on the younger side, 14, 15. Jin is grown up on the streets, got picked up by a local gang. In order to get into the gang, he needed to perform an initiation. In the process of initiation, he got caught.
He's now been sent to the prison moon.
Exactly.
And last, and hopefully not least, we have Lave Acrius, who's played by Kyle.
Yep. So Lave is basically quite a scholastic individual. He's quite sort of learned. He's being passed down by his family as a strong strong drive to gather and consume knowledge and share it as much as they can, because they believe that knowledge is a sort of binding force for the oppressed people. So being quite oppressed, he grew up on Kaivar itself under the regime of the technocrats and wanted to do something about it. In the process of forming this underground rebellion, which didn't start out as violent but escalated in such a way that ended up getting caught as a ringleader and as such been taken to the moon to be interrogated, and spends a lot of time in a dark cell or unconscious in a interrogation room.
Okay, excellent. Let me just delete all of you.
No.
And that's it, game over.
By the way, gotta appreciate that intro. That's a $60 cinematic.
Thanks.
$60 cinematic.
I'd buy that DLC.
Oh. Is EA running it?
Probably.
In the darkness of EA, there is only DLC.
There is only microtransactions.
Oh
Okay,
dear.
so you probably heard a couple of names of systems and planets in there. Quite out. So, the game is going to start in the Kaivar system, specifically on the moon of Lycaeus. Kaivar itself is a very built-up planet. It's covered primarily in either thick, sprawling hive cities, dotted with manufactorum and factories and refineries and processing centres, or where there isn't built-up, sort of urban areas, it's toxic irradiated wastes from industrial byproducts and, neglect, because no one cares about the environment.
What about
Because
the forest, Sean?
they're probably radioactive too, Ronan.
That will eat you.
Forest.
They're carnivores now.
Anyway, moving on. Lysaeus itself is smaller than Kaivar, otherwise it wouldn't be a moon, I guess. It is used as a prison complex, but it's also a center of mining. Everything that is extracted from Lysaeus is then sent down to Kaivar, which is then processed and turned into the actual industrial output. So the players, the characters, have been there for quite a while. Some of them have been there their entire lives, looking at Lucian and Callister. And when Ronan said he hadn't seen the sun in days, he's not quite got it right. He's probably never seen the sun, as they are kept either inside their prison cells or down in the mine where they work, which is where we're actually going to begin. The group will currently be doing one of their mining shifts. So if you just pull yourselves down to the bottom left of the map, you can just see where you're all clustered around a particular cave section. Callister and Jin and Callister and Jin and those, they're currently just hacking away at a particular section of their wall, where there are these thick, kind of silvery veins along the length of the length of the wall. Nast and Rallis, you're currently trying to get one of the larger servo drills operating again. The one that you were issued with at the start of your shift about 7 hours ago, it's not really cooperating at the minute. You can probably get it to operate for maybe 15 minutes before it seems to seize up and jam. So you can either try to make do with that, or you can try to fix it if you want.
Yeah, I'll give a shot at tinkering it and try and fixing it.
Right, okay. In that case, if you just open up your character sheet, and if you give me a -10 tech use test.
What is it? Heyday?
As you're basically trying to figure out what's wrong with this thing. Is it just old? Is it jammed? Is there dust in the servos? Or what's actually wrong with it?
Or is it a person that just looks
One
like a
second,
drill?
it's just taking a while to load up. Good
There's
stuff.
actually a person inside driving it.
Like a little hamster wheel.
Yeah, the rattling has actually died to starvation and you can't pedal anymore.
It's a squat.
No, they're not cannon.
I quickly find a small prisoner, break his legs, and stuff him back in.
Shit.
Brilliant.
You
Okay.
have it.
He did, just. Yeah, so, Riles, what you do is, from your life back as a labourer back on Kaivar, you actually managed somehow to get a bit of augmentation. You have your optical mechadendrite, which is basically, it's a large snake cam, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, attached to your body. You pull open some of the maintenance hatches on the drill, and you kind of send your little bio camera scooting around through the different sort of sections of the machine. And you work out, it's basically what you initially thought, just months of neglect and poor maintenance have basically just taken a toll on this drill. Chunks of ore and sort of thick globs of dust have kind of just started clogging up the servers and the servos and the motors. So whenever you sort of kick it up, it starts to clump up and it jams the machine, which makes it overheat. Thankfully, some of the safety procedures on this drill still work, as otherwise if it didn't shut down when it overheat, there's a good chance that it could just detonate. So you kind of use your mechadendrite and you manage to like pull loose some of the sections, clearing some of the ways, and it's in a better condition now than it was. It'll need some proper maintenance, which will probably take a few hours at the end of the shift. That's something you can maybe look into doing afterwards. So you sort of get back to work, you turn the drill on, you sort of start going through the seams, and you see these larger clumps of ore coming through. Nast will sort of pick up the larger chunks and sort of chuck them into a nearby cart, which you'll then sort of take with you back to the exit at the end of your shift. Can everyone give me a -10 awareness check, please?
I don't think I can pass that.
Hmm.
That's the point.
You cannot
Oh
use
god, my awareness isn't even trained. It's
I'm
gonna be
assuming it doesn't apply to me.
No, not you.
I had a modified target of 5.
You could have passed.
No, I get to re-roll that with the suspicious trait, right?
Suspicious? I'm not
Or is
sure
that
if it's
only,
suspicious.
or is that only to avoid surprise?
That's only to
I
avoid
think
surprise.
keen
I think.
intuition lets you reroll
Gotcha.
it for a
It's
minus
keen intuition to reroll awareness tests. And
Gotcha.
even then, it's at another negative.
Holy fuck! By 4 degrees. Wow. Oh, bad.
I realized I'm not born awareness either, but let's just go with it.
Who needs awareness when?
I have keen
Oh.
intuition, which means I can re-roll with another -10.
Okay, 10% chance. Go
If
for
you
it.
want, go ahead.
You can't
This is-
see less.
His fucking eyeballs fall out of his head.
I mean, arguably he could. He does see less.
Oh my god.
My eyes! Ah! Oh my
Your
god,
eyes
that's
fall out.
almost a crit failure. One more.
Yeah, almost.
No,
Jesus.
crit failure would be 96 and above. Don't
Oh,
worry
thank
about
God.
it. Unless Sean is being really mean to him.
Yeah, I think Dast is just too busy trying to make a conversation with Ralus. To like over the like loud noises of the drill.
Okay. Well, oddly enough, over the sound of the drill and the other three of you kind of hacking away at the cave wall with your electro picks, you can't actually hear anything over that sound. However, Rallis, despite literally being inside the machine, somehow manages to hear over the din of the drill and you labouring on the walls. He hears someone approaching from a different section of the cave section where you are at the minute. You see sort of 3 other prisoners in these jump uniforms kind of approach. One of them, I'm gonna say, Callister, you recognise. The gentleman towards the top of the group there, that is Kess Rankin. You have had a run-in with him previously. He is not an especially nice individual. Very few people on the moon are, being them all criminals or being accused of being criminals. He has managed to work up a small sort of gang of followers, basically using the time-tested ethos of "I'm scarier than you, do what I say." So, Rallis, you see these group of 4 approaching, and they're kind of like looking between the group of you, and they kind of point out a couple of the smaller ones. Kess kind of walks over and he folds his arms, and after a while, you've noticed him, so you sort of power down the drill, and the rest of the group kind of turn and look, and he just kind of looks at you, Callister, and he says, "Oh, well, I gotta say, this is a nice bit of cave you've got here. Would be, Do you know what it is, though? I feel like the section that we're working over there, much nicer. So why don't you lot go over there instead, and you know what, we'll work this section for you."
Sean?
Yeah?
I'd like to ask,
Mm-hmm.
my previous run-in with him
Yeah.
did it involve either him beating the shit out of me, or me beating the shit out of him?
Technically neither. It would have been you beating the shit out of one of his goons. You notice who is currently still not here.
Kes, get the fuck out of here before I break your fucking leg.
Callister, shut up or I'll put you in a different fucking hole.
You wanna come over here then? Come on then. Bring it.
No, look, how about you just shut up for a second and I'll speak to someone who's a little bit more civilized. Are there any rodents around here?
Is the dude above him a guard? This dude?
Yes. He's just kind of leaning against that particularly large boulder, arms folded. He's watching all this take place, but he's really just here to make sure you don't actually kill yourselves.
What if we kill somebody else?
I think that qualifies in that statement.
Damn.
So
Biting
Kes
the
kinda-
curb today, then.
Yeah. So Cass kind of looks around the group and says, "So again, I'd just like to politely suggest that you fine fellows move off to the section around the corner."
I'm gonna sort of like stand forward towards Callister and look and just sort of like nod to him and just say, "Yeah, you didn't bring enough guys for this. Clearly, you're not fond of getting involved. Why don't you just go back to that hole you just came from?"
Do you mean Kess? Callister is rolling.
Oh, he's looking.
Yeah, I just
Callus, fuck off.
He's like,
I
he's nodding.
walk up. Sorry, I walk up next to Callister and just sort of like acknowledge the fact that he's telling him to eat shit, and just be like, yeah, I got you back. Like you didn't bring enough guys, Kess. Fuck off.
Okay. Do you want to make an intimidation check?
You want me to make an intimidation check?
Can I get an assisted intimidation?
I will
check?
say that because of the interaction between Callister and Kess, he can give you a +10.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it, boys. Oh god, this is so bad. Okay.
I hope your intimidate's good. 'Cause
I mean, if
it's-
memory serves, I'm fairly sure that Lave is actually the face character, so he's probably your best bet.
The thing is, intimidate is based on strength.
Yeah, I'm not a betting man, luckily.
Uh-oh. Sean, can I ask, like, we have mining tools on ourselves, right? We're not just mining with our hands.
Yes, you have mining tools, that is correct.
Do I have a pick on me?
You do.
What kind of pick is it?
It's an electro pick.
It's an electro pick. It's a big two-handed piece of mining industrial equipment.
Yeah, I sort of, I grip it a little harder, but if it looks like this is gonna come to blows, I'll actually drop it.
Mhm.
You'll actually what?
You actually what?
Drop it.
Oh.
Sorry, did that not come through?
Yeah, like, yeah, cut it.
How do we like work together every day or like have share cells or something? Like, what's our? Have we met each other before? We're just in the same room.
You're all fairly familiar with each other, some of you more than others. For instance, I'm fairly sure Nast and Lave, you knew each other before you came up to the moon.
Mm.
Yeah, but you essentially share a cell block on one of the harbour floors above, and you've been assigned the same kind of work detail. You just kind of gravitated towards each other when you're actually doing the shifts. Now, let me just get back to Kess and Lave. He sees that you're trying to put on this front to be quite intimidating and stuff, and even though, yeah, you've got one more person than him, he's obviously, you know, he's got this reputation, so he can't not do something about it, you know? So he kind of, like, steps up to you, and he's probably about similar height, might be slightly shorter, actually, but he's got long, kind of dirty, kind of auburn, reddish-brown hair, goes down to just below the back of his neck. He kind of, like, looks you in the eyes and says, "Do you want to fucking say that again?"
Can I step up?
You can if you want.
Right. So Nast will just, you know, making this definitely better. Crossed fingers. Was it Cass, right?
Kess.
Yes.
Yes. Cass, step off, bitch. We've got brawls in the cave next door. Make a spectacle and the boar will come gore you.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it, Kess?
Right, okay, hang on. Is Deceive a skill in Dark
Yes,
Souls 2nd edition?
and I'm pretty sure I have it.
Would you like to make a deception check for me there?
No, I just want to lie to him. No.
I
Any
just wanna talk
bonuses?
shit.
Any minuses?
I'm gonna say it's just a flat check.
Fuck.
What's your fellowship?
30.
Yes, as prisoners who like to hide things, our fellowships. Oh dear.
Okay, so Kess,
Close enough.
he kind of turns to Nast. Nast, how tall would you say you are?
1.8, like pretty tall, but not a massive. Like
Nine-
1.8,
9 foot tall.
1.7 something.
180? That's so he talks centimeters because he's
Because he's
Civilized.
So 180 would be 2 centimeters underneath 6 foot.
So, okay, so like 5'11"-ish. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kess kind of turns to you, and he's definitely a bit shorter than you. He just says, "You know, that Industrial Revolution shit really doesn't fly here." And you kind of notice him clench up a fist and kind of bring his arm back a little bit.
I
you
headbutt
kind of,
him.
like- We'll get there. We'll get there.
Hold on.
But before he kind of like brings his fist, kind of you're expecting like a gut punch or something here.
Yeah.
But he kind of turns 90 degrees and just tries to clock Lave in the face.
Oh.
Now, just bear with me a sec.
It's because you have the prettiest face, and he wants to
I
ruin
do.
it.
I do.
We need
Sean.
that face for the revolution, brother.
Want to practice kissing?
Can you what?
Sean, can I use stealth to come up behind him and grab him by the balls?
Ah! Ah!
We'll get there in a sec. Would you like
And
to
how do you
attempt
roll?
dodge or parry?
Oh, which is in my best interests? Let's see. I don't want to use. Oh god, my agility fucking sucks. It's so
You have
bad.
parry train?
Not even slightly.
Yeah, then you probably want to use dodge then.
Fine.
Fucking dodges into me like flails.
It's highly likely.
Oh no!
Oh, that was close. I actually have dodge trained,
I mean, that's always a good start when you're trying to dodge things. So
but
yeah,
my agility is 25.
he brings his fist around, he brings it through, and 50, I think, impacts body.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, so
05 is the head. Unless he
No,
rolled.
he rolled a 5.
Oh, then it's 50, which is the body.
Yeah, so he brings it through, and basically he just gut punches you, Lave.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna double over and fucking crumple like a paper bag.
Wonder.
Okay, I retract that statement.
Tank it.
He basically brings this punch around, and because he's trying to be clever and he does this like 90-degree turn, he kind of
The
just
momentum just dies.
the momentum just dies, and he just kind of like pushes you slightly with a closed fist. Let's roll initiative.
I think that's
also,
uncalled for, Sean.
Evan, were you asking how to roll stuff?
For like the skill checks.
So if you go to your character sheet, you open it up, and you should see. Hold on, let me open up mine. If you scroll down, you should see characteristics and skills on the player. And whenever you click the names of said skills or characteristics, they'll highlight. And you click those, and then it'll query a modifier. You put in modifiers if one is there available, and if not, then you just hit confirm. And
Where's the initiative button? Or is it just 1d10 plus
there
your
is an
agility?
initiative button. It is underneath characteristics on the first.
Ah, custom or agility? Okay, yeah.
Thank
Should I select the token
God,
first?
by the way. Yes, click the token. It should be a token applicable thingy. Boom! Massive 5. Look at
Are we
just
doing
like-
agility or custom?
You'll
agility.
use agility.
Unless you have combat sense, combat formation, or something.
Do any of them have mining tools with them?
Yes, those 3 are all carrying the same electro picks.
Hey,
Oh,
we're
wait.
from Place House.
Would you guys like the stats for these weapons, since I know I don't think you have them?
Yes, please.
Okay,
I do not, because I'm going to be using my bare fucking hands. Like I'm always going to fight fair.
What about a person that has no
bitch.
arms?
I was going to say, you're kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage there.
I
They
am.
have-
But
That's not
if
fighting fair, that's...
the guards are going to look at me and look at the others, they're
Oh,
probably
damn, that's
shoot
actually
the
good.
people with.
Okay, so let me just order
You were
those.
assuming the gods give a fuck.
Like, he's just standing until one of us start cutting throats. He's just gonna, keep smoking his EO stick. EO stick.
I
Death
think
stick.
that
Whatever
was-
the fuck.
Death stick.
You-
Hey, you want to buy
buy
some
me
Death
death
Sticks?
sticks?
No,
Putting
I
them
do
at
not
home
want
and
to buy
rethink
any
my
death
life.
sticks.
Very good.
Right, okay, so, who has the higher agility between Jin and Rallis?
We can look at that. Jin has 40 and Rallis has 40. So it is it's a choice. Or it's a roll off. They roll a d10 and whoever gets the highest goes first.
Well, in this situation, I'll say Jin can go first, because he did say he had something he wanted to do.
Yeah, my
Oh, yeah.
character wouldn't be reacting much to this.
He wants to stealth.
You want to stealth. I mean, it is dark in here, so it's possible that you could like disappear into the shadows or something. If your plan was to like sneak up behind Kess and, like you said, grab him by the balls, that's probably not going to be possible. Considering his 3 goons are stood literally 2 meters away. But if you want to like disappear behind this like rock face here and maybe try to sneak up behind them, that would be doable.
Yeah, I'll sneak up, try to sneak behind his goons.
Right. Okay. Make me a stealth check then at +10,
Because it's dirt.
because it's Dirk.
Dirk. Oh dear
Sure,
lord.
Dirk.
Heard a dirk. God, my rolls suck. Holy shit.
Oh, I should probably add like.
That's by Kyle. I rolled 2 1s in a row.
I should
Yeah,
add
okay.
a health bar. and a
So
food
you
bar.
Holy shit.
basically disappear. So you could move. A turn is broken down into essentially an action. Some actions are half actions and some actions are full actions. So you can move up to your agility bonus in meters as a half action, or more depending on how much you want to go. I can say, since you did that stealth test, you can move your full movement sort of around, and each one of these squares is a meter. So for you, your full movement is 8 meters.
You could get behind them if this was. I'm not sure if there's more to see.
It's traversable. Trust me. So you can get to 4, 5, 6. I'll put you in the relevant place.
Into the
The-
darkness.
The darkness.
Darkness. Yeah, so you can make it to about there.
That
So
works.
you'll be able to get up behind them on your next turn and proceed to beat the shit, as it were. Right, Rallis, you're up.
Right. Kess's goons, are they looking to join in the fight, I guess?
Yeah, they're looking pretty pumped up, as it were.
Right.
I'm probably gonna get my face beat.
What I'll do then, Rallis will move to there. To there.
Can you move your character?
I don't know, can
There's a fun thing you can do, by the way. If you grab your character and right-click areas on the map, it'll
There we go. So I'll move to there just to get ready to intercept it.
Okay. So that's a half move.
Yeah, you know what, I may as well take a swing at Kess, may now. Have I got one of those pickaxes as well, have I? Or
No, because you were working on the
on the
drill, so
machine,
you've got
yeah.
everything in your hand.
So just an unarmed attack, so that's let's see.
It'll
the
be a
pain on
single
this one.
attack, so it's plus 10.
Oh, this guy's gonna get mauled. Holy shit.
probably not. We all have very bad characteristics.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We are literally level 1.
That's
Okay. You put in the plus 10.
you
don't-
passed by 2 degrees of success.
Yeah, so remember, don't put in the plus when you're putting in a modifier. You just put in the base
Ah,
number.
yeah, okay.
But you did roll a 24, so you pass. So
Well,
you
2
actually
degrees
managed
of
to hit.
success.
That is
Yep. So the damage on an unarmed strike is 1d5 minus 3, if you just want to roll that.
Slasher. 1d5 minus 3.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't stock any drinks.
And right, he recruited his goons for intimidation and stuff.
Yeah.
I
The
make an
dudes
ass out of it.
also try to break legs and shit. Oh no!
What's your strength bonus, Ralph?
It is strength is 30, so 3.
So you actually managed to do 3 damage there.
Does
You
that
did,
get
but-
does that get past his toughness?
Let's have a look if it gets past his toughness.
It probably doesn't.
So again, you bring up your fist, and you're not the bulkiest person here. Back on Kaivar, you did quite a bit of lifting, but you were primarily like a driver. So you've got a bit of bulk to your muscles, but it's nothing incredible. And after kind of having to skirt around Nast to get in range to actually get a punch in, again, you bring your arm around and you sort of club him. You would hit him in 42.
24 is one of the arms.
Nope, it's 42. Remember, it reverses.
Oh, are you saying you keep reversing them before you?
Well, he
Tell us.
rolled a 24. So it's
Oh
40.
shit! I can see that. What am I
Yeah,
doing?
It's okay.
42
William. It's
is,
not like you've run this game for years.
Yeah, I know, right? It's not like I've played it for 5 years.
42 is the body.
Okay, yeah. So you bring your fist around and you kind of club him in the side of the rib, and you kind of see him go. It's an uncomfortable knock, but not enough to actually do any lasting damage.
He's a hardy prisoner.
He is a hardy prisoner. It's almost as if he's some kind of prison gang boss.
What?
Galaxy brain.
Okay, so now we're on to his goons.
God, fighting is hard. Fighting
Uh-oh.
is so hard.
I look to the goons. What are they looking at me like?
Well, one of them
Like
is
a
looking at
snack.
you quite angrily, kind of bruised.
Mm.
You recognise him a little bit. It's not the guy that got you locked up in solitary, but you've had issues with this guy before.
Can
So
I
he's
talk
gonna-
as an immediate action?
What?
Can I talk as an immediate action?
If it's quick.
Come on, friends.
Recognize you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're the guy that almost broke his eye out of his face.
Yeah, so he definitely looks angry at you. So he grabs his pick at the kind of base and he goes for a large sort of overhead swing towards it.
The pig! Oh, dear.
That kills people. He's not fighting fair.
This kills the man. Okay.
Instantly dies.
Yeah.
Do I have to parry?
Let's see if he hits first.
Okay.
Wait, how do you use your hands?
Yes, but I have
Parry.
deadly natural weapons.
So he hits.
Deadly natural weapons? Parry?
I would allow it.
You're kidding me! I'm using a fate point.
Oh my
Hey, it's
god.
only 2d10 plus something.
Yeah, I know.
Ronan, why?
No!
You're so dead.
Oh no!
You're so dead. You're gonna axe your brains out.
This is why I don't. We should just have left the cave. Why are we fighting over a piece of rock?
Oh shit! This kills the man. So
he can't be dead already.
no, I'm at -4.
Okay.
These picks do more damage than a last rifle.
They're an industrial mining tool.
I
The
feel
other
like we
one is
picked
a
the wrong
gun
fight
to
here.
kill people.
No, it's a
The other one is
torch.
a flashlight.
Flashlight. There you go.
Okay,
But
so
illuminating
this hit
dark
comes in,
places.
and where did he actually hit you? This one would have been a 24, so what is it?
Wait, this is one of the arm.
Okay, hang on. Let me bring up my crit table.
Is this impact or rending?
It's energy.
It's energy.
Oh, okay, that should be all right.
Yeah, no, I'm not that mean.
Oh, if it was rending, you'd be so
Energy,
fucking
critical
dead.
arm. You're a -4, right?
Oh my god.
The shock of the attack causes the character to temporarily lose control of his autonomous functions. He is stunned for 1 round and is knocked prone. The arm
No!
is useless for 1d10 rounds.
Iron Jaw. I get to
You
roll
can make a
toughness.
toughness test to resist being stunned.
What?
You rolled-
Toughness 99, target 4. Oh, I rolled a 99.
Yeah. So you are stunned and you are prone, but thankfully you're not bleeding and you still have an arm. However, put that there. The guard finally sees what. Actually, hang on. We'll have to finish the rest of the guy's turn first.
Holy shit.
This guy is going to go and try to go for Rallus.
Okay, well, I'm on 2.
These picks do more damage than
Uh-oh.
bolters.
Protect me, minions.
They don't. Well, they have a capacity to do more damage than boulders. But Sean rolled really well. Also, he added the strength. Oh, yeah, that's strength. Why didn't I remember that?
Forget
Oh.
power swords. Let's send the miners to war.
Okay, so the other guy kind of comes in towards Rallus. He brings his pick down, but he kind of trips over like a loose rock or something that's been dislodged by the drill and kind of fumbles a little bit. He kind of regains his footing, but his swing goes like wide and impacts into the ground about like 6 inches away from Rallus's foot. The other guy is kind of looking towards the guard, holding his pick, and he's a little bit unsure about what's actually going on and about if he should actually do anything about this. Nast, you're up.
Do I have electro mining pick?
You do?
Hey,
Avenge
actually-
me!
Actually, no, you wouldn't have because you were on the drill with Rallus.
Can I have picked up a piece of like iron or rock and just try and bash in his head with it?
Mm-hmm.
What damage does a rock do?
Improvised weapons are D10, -2, primitive 7. Impact
Okay, that's
range.
still better than my hands.
Why do I remember that?
Yeah, not the strength thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just do you can do a half action aim if you want, Sebastian.
Yeah, half action aim and try a swing,
Okay, so plus
which is weapon skill, not ballistic skill.
so plus 20, factoring everything in.
You can throw
Oh,
the
really?
rock.
Yeah, because 10 for standard attack and 10 for aim.
Oh my god, I was completely right. It's also unbalanced, if you want to remember that. And Ogren proof.
Oh,
Ogren proof?
I think I should probably re-roll that.
Alright.
What are our rules?
This is bad.
It's alright, for my first 2 rolls I rolled a 1 on 2d10, so...
Actually, I'll keep it. It's
Wait,
a rock. It's a
how do
rock.
you- How do you roll a 1 on 2d10?
No, I mean like I roll 2d10 separately and roll a 1 each time.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Okay. Lave.
Is his agility score better than mine?
What?
Because we're both at 5.
Yeah, but you're stunned, so I'm just letting him go anyway.
Can I spend a fate point to remove the stun?
Sure.
3. So whose agility score's better? I don't want to be.
Why are you fighting
Mine's-
with your teammate to go first?
Because I want to beat this motherfucker.
My agility's 25. You can do whatever the fuck you want to. For
35.
You're way ahead of me.
Excellent. Okay, so half action stand up. Look at the
Uh-huh.
guy that just fucking hit me in the arm. And be like,
Yeah.
it's gonna take more than that. And I'm gonna fucking try and sock him across the face. Not a call.
With your remaining arm.
With my remaining arm. Yeah.
He still has the other arm, it's just kind of sore.
It's just bad.
So standard attack.
Oh, actually, no, hang on, that arm does not work. It doesn't work for 9 rounds.
Holy shit. Okay, good to know.
Use your
so
feet.
Thankfully, you have a spare.
Use your feet.
Standard attack. Plus 2. And what are these rolls?
Ronan,
This is-
where was last time you rolled below a 90 this game?
I rolled an 89 earlier.
I don't know if that counts.
Try refreshing the page.
All
Yeah.
things considered, I don't think that counts.
I'm gonna refresh the page, guys.
Ronan,
Okay.
how many
Lave.
fate points do you have?
I have one
3.
more.
Yeah, Lave,
He
you're...
needs them to heal.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I don't roll this bad when I'm GM.
Don't worry, guys. We'll make
Yeah, Ronan,
excellent.
I would bet you rolled this badly when you GM'd.
I do.
Okay,
And then I wouldn't have to fight fucking demons every other session.
I'm gonna try and shove myself in front of Callister just to try and like take some of the heat away from him, and I'm
Do you
gonna
want to actually try and knock this guy back?
away from Callister. Is he like grappling with him?
No. But they're like in each other's face.
Yeah, I'll like try and get in between them and make a swing.
Okay, give me a weapon skill test.
I'll
I'll
think
say it's
about
at
it.
a plus 10.
Oh fuck yeah, good shit. Maybe I'll get something. What do you guys think?
I see.
Uh,
You
Sean?
didn't ask about our
Sean,
opinion.
can I
You just
spend my
rolled.
last fate point to heal?
What the
Maybe
fuck
your
is
turn.
what the fuck is going on?
Don't worry, guys. We'll make excellent space marines.
Oh my
For the
god.
We are the Emperor's line.
Yes, I am definitely thinking you're going to survive this long now. Oh,
Literally dies in the fucking recruitment.
So hang on.
Some of us might.
The only success is someone literally being stealthy behind a rock.
Yeah.
That is the only successful thing that has happened this entire
that's
time.
not true.
So
Wallace
cough.
fixed the drill.
Hey, we'll just retire as miners. That'll be fine. We'll make
We're
ex-
whalers on the moon.
By the way,
Yeah,
electro
yeah.
picks, is that like a pickaxe or is it like actually like a drill or whatever?
No, it's just like a big pickaxe with like a power pack that kind of has like a very weak kind of disruption field at the point.
Oh, this is absurd.
So, Kess. Kess currently isn't holding a pick.
Hit me.
No.
Oh?
He saw that Nast tried to go at him with the
It's a rock.
Yeah, you just try to hit him in the head with a rock. So he kind of like reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a small kind of maybe like
Shiv?
6-inch length of sharp
Cigarette.
Yeah, and he tries to shiv you.
Oh my god, are you using the stat line for the shiv then?
I'm using the stat line for a shiv.
Does it have tearing?
Get tearing.
No,
No,
a shiv
no,
doesn't
it
have
doesn't.
tearing, but he does hit.
I would like to
Oh wait, hang
have
on.
him not
No.
do that.
Sorry, hang on, that was the wrong character sheet. Let me
Sean,
just
stop
compare.
rolling so well.
Ah, thank God. Wait, no. Actually, that
Okay,
does
so
not
that
actually
is
change.
actually 4 degrees of success, but he's still just trying to attack once. Nast, do you want to parry or dodge?
Dodge.
Go ahead.
Just straight up dodge, I assume.
Is the shiv covered in feces, so it'll give him some sort of disease?
Oh, he
Hey.
actually did it!
Yeah. So
Nice.
Kess brings out this shiv. Thankfully, it's not coated in feces.
It's
and
just
he,
urine.
He goes to like shank you in the gut, but you kind of see him pull it out, and you kind of like sway back and dodge the blow. Right, back around to Jin. What do you want to do? You're currently stealthed behind that guy who's currently distracted by the guard.
Cut his fucking throat.
Sneak up behind him and bash him in the head with my pick.
Right, okay.
Oh.
So you'll use your half action to move up behind him. So you can't aim, but you can still do a standard attack. Have you got the damage profile and everything for the Shiv set up?
Does he get a bonus for him
Sorry,
being
I mean,
surprised?
the pick.
It's in
Yes, he
Discord.
does. Hang on, I'll quickly program it in for you, but...
Overheats. What the fuck?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has an overheat quality.
It has a
so-
power field, which means if you parry a fucking force sword with it.
Oh, can we take these when we become super marines?
The
They're really
Raven
too
guard.
small.
We can
Overheats,
mine
by the way?
planets.
Overheats, by the way. If you
Right.
roll that, you roll a hit against you without your strength damage.
Yeah. So yeah, I've programmed in the start line for the pick onto your character sheet. Do you just want to... do you see on the page where it says hit?
Yes, I see it.
Yeah, so press that. It'll then bring up a pop-up that says if you want to aim, set that to no aim.
Okay.
Press OK, it should bring up if you want to do an all-out attack, lightning, swift, or standard attack. Set that to standard attack.
Okay.
Modifier, give it a plus... What's the modifier for surprised? I think it's 30.
Plus 30, and they can't dodge.
Yeah, so then just put in 30, don't put in the plus, and then press OK.
Oh my god!
Oh, come on!
If...
Reroll
spend-
it.
No, if you spend a fate point, you can add a degree of success to that, at which point it will pass. And
Oh,
you will
are
hit.
Are you allowing that?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
So
Okay.
rulebook usage of a fate.
Yeah, no, it's not rulebook. It's a, that's a homebrew version.
So
Ah,
I will
basically-
do that.
Okay,
Thank you,
so the way-
Sean.
So the way fate points work is every session you basically have a pool of 3. You can use one for varying reasons to re-roll a test. We allow to add a degree of success to a test, to remove effects like Ronan being stunned, to
Hi.
heal like Ronan being really injured. I will also award fate points for anybody who performs examples of good role playing, if anything like that happens. So you hit, and do you see the bit where it says damage in the pick profile?
Yes.
Press that, and it should roll damage for you. Okay, 12 damage.
Look at that. I wish I could do that much damage.
I wish I could damage.
Wish, yeah.
Where did you actually hit? 78, I believe that's... I think that's right leg?
Yes.
So you bring your pick down in sort of a diagonal swing, and it digs into the side of this guy's leg, and his right leg basically crumples underneath him as his nerves get severed, and he feels like a burning pain on top of being stabbed in the leg by a pick.
Ow.
And this guy kind of crumples down onto one knee, screaming in agony, but not dead. Good for him. 9... Actually, hang on. 12 minus... Yeah, no, definitely not dead yet.
Oh shit, I can't actually heal, by the way, because I have critical damage.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
That seems like a you problem.
At this point, the guard sees it's getting a little bit heated here, and he kind of unclips the pain. The pain? He unclips the pain.
Unclips the pain.
Painbringer!
No, that's what he calls his gun. We know it. We just all drop to the ground and says, please, no.
Yeah,
Not
so
the pain.
he pulls out his gun, and he just fires a couple of shots into the cave ceiling, and everyone just kind of stops moving. He kind of says, all right, that's enough. Kess, get you and your thugs back over there. And even before Kess can try to retort some kind of feigned objection, you are all kind of shaken as what sounds like a large detonation echoes out through the cave. Now, immediately, everyone's first reaction is, oh shit, is that a gas vein? Which is an annoyingly common occurrence in this particular section of the mine. But you don't hear any follow-up explosions. You think it's probably not that. Otherwise, there would have been like subsequent like chambers that would have detonated. You actually can anyone make an awareness test for me, please?
Yay! I should have slotted boiled Brandis. I thought I had that.
Oh my god, I passed!
Well
I
done.
rolled a 1!
Oh my god,
How?
I failed.
I'll use my thing, so roll with a -10.
Yeah.
Mom, grab the camera!
Is there a modifier?
Yeah, I'll use keen intuition
Nope,
as
just
well.
that.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 1! Why couldn't I roll that earlier?
The
Holy
keen
shit.
intuition's
what?
-10,
I
isn't it?
know!
What the fuck? That's insane.
Keen intuition's a -10 modifier, yeah?
Yeah.
I have logic.
Yeah, still no.
That's a nice screen of red results.
No, I got a
Okay,
green
so-
one.
Yeah, no, I saw yours, Callister. So, Callister, over the sound of your arm hurting, yes, it's so painful you can actually hear it. You pick out the sound of what sounds like someone kind of screaming out in pain. And you can hear it coming from like the other side of the particular cave section where you are.
So that's coming from the direction that there was the explosion.
That's coming from this direction.
Oi! God! I think there's people being hurt in another section.
That couldn't have
You
sounded.
gotta check it out!
Hey God, someone's being attacked over there. You should probably go and check that out and leave us to do this, whatever we're doing here. It's fine.
Someone is being hurt.
Is there anybody we care about in that direction that we know of?
No, I just want to beat the shit out of Cass.
I'm asking Sean.
Oh, right.
You don't actually know who is in that section at the moment.
Hmm.
However, since the guard has told you to break it up, Kess and his thugs have started sort of waddling off. These two helping the one who's currently got a pick-shaped hole in his leg kind of waddle away, and they disappear off into a different section of the cave. Kess kind of shoots you a very unpleasant look as he kind of walks off behind them.
Dick.
Cunt!
Flip them off.
Hey, my arm's sort of fucked here. I think maybe you can bring me to the doctor.
You see the guard kind of like sigh a little bit as he kind of holsters the pain. I'm gonna have to come up with a start line for this fucking pistol now.
I know, right?
Yeah, we need to name this guard. He's gonna be like the final boss.
Sure, why not? He says, "Oh yeah, fine. I think that medic inbred fucker is over by the lift somewhere. I'll go have a look. Come on." So he kind of gestures for just you to go, Callister, but anyone who wants to kind of follow him can go with.
Did Callister have a pick?
He,
Nope. Oh, I did, but I dropped it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
dropped
I go take it.
it. Okay, fine.
How far? Well, actually, could I tell like how far? Like way far away or like close enough the explosion was?
It sounded kind of close. You heard that the actual detonation. You didn't just hear like the rumble of it being a distance away.
Yeah, I will.
Where's the lift? Oh my god, this is a big
Well,
map.
seeing as Jin is being all stealth-like, I'll look to Raldus and.
You can see Jin since he clubbed that guy in the leg with a pick. He's.
I fully ignored Jin. No. All right. Yeah, and As will just ask out. Should we see what that fucking about in the chaos was?
Yeah, I guess, maybe.
Possibly
yeah.
a gas explosion. Let's go that way.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
Sean said it was not a gas explosion due to like the rumbling and all that. I believe.
Right. I will shut
Since
up.
we know
Oh.
we know exactly what a gas explosion looked like. We encountered 7 last week.
yeah, I suppose it gets out of more drilling.
Callister, you and the guard kind of head up towards the lift section, which is sort of towards the edge, the north end of the map. As you sort of approach that section in the middle, you pick up the faint whiff of the fuel that they use on the drill, except it's also mixed in with the smell of smoke coming from this direction.
How many sick leave days do you get a year?
The guard kind of turns to look at you and he's like, "What?"
I'm just saying. You know, if you look after me, I'm sick, but get a couple more hours off.
What? What? Say that again?
I'm just saying, if you're looking after me in the sick bay, you can get a couple more hours off.
He kind of turns to you and he says, "Do you think you're going to the sick bay for that?" He points to your horrible bleeding wound in your arm.
Usually that's where I'm put.
Okay.
I don't like the shop. I don't.
Okay, well, here's the thing. We have the medic down here for this kind of thing. You only kind of go to the sick bay if you're, unable to work. You've still got one arm.
What? Oh. Seriously?
So Callister, you've basically been informed that you're not getting any time off work just for this bleeding, horrible wound in your arm. So you continue kind of going up towards the elevator section where the guard tells you that the medic should be. However, you arrive there and you distinctly notice that he's not. At which point, we will just jump down to the scene of an explosion.
Oh,
Now,
no.
Lucian, yes, Lucian, not Lucius. You heard the explosion, and out of instinct and training, you ran down to see what was going on and see if anybody needed help. You arrived there, and you basically see two mangled, bloody, horrible, dissected corpses. And one guy who basically has this scorched kind of stretch of skin, which is bloody and burnt, and you can see bits of rib kind of sticking through, where he's been hit by some kind of explosion. You also see like metal shrapnel kind of sticking out of his chest and his arm, and he's got burn marks down his face as well. Can you give me a -20 Medicaid test to see if you can stabilize him? Okay.
God damn.
Nice. Yeah, so basically you pull out this sort of makeshift injector that you've kind of cobbled together from broken different parts, and you inject him with this, and his breathing kind of shallows out, and you kind of wrap some recycled gauze around his chest, and the bleeding kind of slows down and stops.
All while smoking a tobacco stick or whatever that would be that we may be able to make here. That's equivalent.
Okay, so you finish smoking your whatever it would be.
Low stub.
Probably some kind of dried fungus or something.
Oh my god.
I could probably make it. So
Yeah, you probably could. Make do with what you've got. So there's a guard who came around here with you, and he just kind of said, "Is he gonna make it?" He will.
if nothing else happens to him,
All right. Can he work? He can't.
give him an hour. In a really sarcastic tone of voice.
Oh, okay. You can see the guard kind of give you a look of like, "Oh, don't start that again." Does he need to go up to medical? He does.
I point at the one you can still see through his rib cage. What do you think?
Okay, fine. Bear with. And he kind of pulls out this this Vox unit, bulky, kind of like old, and much like an '80s mobile phone. He kind of holds up to his head and says, he starts mumbling into it. Do you want to do anything else while you're waiting for this guy to call for you expect a stretcher of some description?
Yeah, take a look at the mangled bodies and see if I can figure out where they were standing when the thing blew.
Okay, give me a +10 investigation check. Is investigation?
Investigation is another thing.
Yeah, sorry, no, I'm thinking of D&D. Give me an awareness check, +10.
Yeah, search was rolled into one. Oh my god.
Hilarious. That's pretty funny.
Yep, they were definitely somewhere within this kind of mile radius.
Jesus.
Judging from like where they are and like the scene, you can probably assume that they were blown like from this direction over that way. You do notice the smoking hulk of one of the drills.
I'll start cataloging their different wounds just to write it up.
Okay. You notice Gentleman A has no arm. Gentleman B has 3 arms. You suspect somehow the corpses were so horribly mangled that corpse managed to acquire that corpse's arm. You're not entirely sure how. It just happened.
Maybe he stole his arm beforehand, and that's what caused the explosion.
That would be a bit of a handicap.
Could also just be
Fucking
mutants.
damn it, Sean.
He may have just asked for a hand from the other guy.
The corpses, the corpses are so horribly like charred and burnt, and the skin and the faces have basically been blown off that you can't really even hope to identify them at this point. You probably need to see if you can get some kind of DNA test when you get the corpses up to medical.
Yeah, gonna come back as DNA inconclusive.
Will they, just as an aside, will they actually give a shit about these people being dead and who they are?
Absolutely not. There are so many tens of thousands of people on Lysaeus basically doing the exact same job. You expect probably a couple of dozen to die every day.
They are just bodies, right? They're just dudes.
Yeah, they're essentially just numbers.
Labor. Cool.
Because the people who sent you up here really don't care.
Radical.
What?
As long-
I thought this was a vacation trip. I was lied to.
I'm not going to see my family again, am I?
That's if they're even still alive.
Sean.
Yeah.
Why was the test a -20? Because of 2 points of critical damage, or just because that was the number you came up with?
That was just a number I came up with off the top of my head, but 2 points of critical makes sense. So let's go with that.
All right. Well, for the future, I don't take anything more than a -10 penalty for critical damage.
I will bear that in mind.
Okay.
I absolutely know how this game works.
Same.
Numbers.
I've been playing a
Mine-
medical
mine-
character for 20 years. For 20 years, for 3 years, if I can't tell you how to do it, there's something wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so after a while, a couple of guys from upstairs comes down with a stretcher and basically carry this guy off. You kind of see him off towards the elevator, at which point you see another guard stood there with Callister, currently holding his bleeding arm.
Alright, Doc.
Can I ask if we made our way over to there by this point?
Over to where?
Over to
lift
the,
or
the explosion, I think we were going to go for, weren't we?
Actually, on the note of the explosion, how far would Kess have gone now that the guard is no longer around? Just out of curiosity.
It depends where in the mine they've been sent to, because it's a bit of a maze.
Fuck.
He said that he wanted to swap our hole with his hole, which was.
We know the
just
general
like-
direction. Vengeance Crusade, go.
You follow his thumb. You just sort of like.
But like, I feel like we don't have a good enough awareness to attempt trying to follow him at this point.
It would
Probably
navigate.
not. But
He's in the cave.
Rallis, do you want to go and check out the source of the explosion?
Well, yeah, if the... You know,
I
that
think
was
that's
the
the plan.
agreement.
Okay, do you want to make your way over there? Whoever intends to go.
Yes. Now that the guard is no longer there, we will do whatever we want.
We do whatever the fuck we want.
There's no cameras in here.
Oh,
That's true.
quick question. Seeing as I have a broken like electro pick, do the guards expect like that back, and like do they keep maintenance, or do we just like get handed one or find one whenever we go down here?
You basically pick one up off the shelf when you get down here. It would be a bit strange if they let prisoners walk around with mining industrial tools inside the prison itself.
Oh, more like, do they care if we bring them back? I assume
They
that's yes.
They would care more for security reasons than anything else.
Hi.
Okay, so Rallis, you just want to sort of dip around the corner. That other guard has basically walked off as well, since he's reported the incident. And he's just waiting for someone to come and collect the rest of the corpses.
So, like there.
Yeah, sure. So, again, you see the scene. There are scorch marks all along sort of the length of the cavern wall. You see the two corpses which were blown away. Charred, broken, blown to pieces.
Well, looking at the scene, I guess, can I instantly tell it's something to do with the mining drill? Or...
Give me a plus 40 tech use test.
Okay. And don't put the plus in, yeah.
Don't put the plus in, just put the 40.
4.
There you go. Thank you for the
Nice.
plus 40.
You're welcome. I was a little bit worried. Yes, you can absolutely work out that the drill exploded, essentially. You kind of go over and you have a look at it, and you work out that this is the exact thing you basically stopped happening to your drill. they essentially turned the safeties off when they realized it was running for like 15 minutes before it cut out. The machine overheated and the fuel line basically just detonated, blowing the drill like inside out, showering the work team in shrapnel, the ones that weren't just blown to smithereens. The guy who survived is lucky to be alive.
So what you're telling me from that is we're able to turn the safety off.
What I'm telling you is you could mechanically disable the safeties on the drill if you so wished.
Okay.
Thanks for saving our butt, buddy.
You're welcome.
While looking at this, is there any fused plastic or bone shards that are sharp enough to be used as a shiv, but not made of metal, so they get caught in a metal detector?
Give me an awareness test. Just
Fuck! Plus minus, if I'm taking my time.
Just if you take your time, I'll give you a +10.
Yay! Why didn't I buy
Do
awareness?
you like turn the lathe and say, "Hey, help me find a stretch of bone I can use as a shiv"?
No, this is a personal matter.
Okay, no system.
It's
This is a personal matter. Where is he gonna hide it? Ah!
Can I search the corpses for any usable things?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you guys are gross.
When you say usable things, Evan, what kind of thing would you want?
Any materials, supplies?
Sure. Give me an awareness test. Nast, you do manage to find a length of what you think might be femur. It's a bit of bone, probably about like 8 inches long. That's snapped at a point at the end.
Ooh, nice. I go down and like yank it out of his like collarbone or whatever.
Oh no, it's not attached to anything.
Oh, good.
Just a femur.
Yeah, and I'll like.
It's a leg bone, by the way.
Okay. I'll like.
Strongest leg bone.
I'll put it in like my boot or wherever I think the guards won't search me thoroughly.
Yeah. So you took a femur into your boot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really uncomfortable.
I've got a good femur about this.
It's done with it, Kyle.
I see what you did there, Kyle. It was very humorous.
Oh, the follow-up! Holy shit!
Oh. Okay,
All
anyway.
right.
Anybody else want to do anything with the scene of this horrible, horrible accident that you've turned into a fucking loop?
Can we high five through the picture windows?
No.
Go to the yeah.
Am I on that side?
No, other side.
But you're not
Right
next
to the window.
each other.
Shh.
You guys aren't next to each other on
There you
that.
go.
Might be on his.
Oh.
No. Yes,
Kill me.
Right. These bodies are entirely unrecognizable.
Yes.
Uh,
Their faces have been scorched and blasted off, and their uniforms that would have had any kind of identification number on them have been charred beyond all recognition.
yeah.
Like their teeth.
Well, yeah. They're dead. I don't know them. I can't say any words. It's sad. Truthfully, very sad. Should we go take a rest while the guard's not around?
Sounds good to me.
Nastas looking around.
For the sake of brevity, we'll say that about half an hour after this horrible explosion, the shift ending sort of clacks and blares through the mine. So you're able to, at this point, go back up to the main hab level and sort of finish your shift.
Oh,
So-
me dog.
So you all kind of make your way over to the lift at the entrance to the section. You put all your mining tools back. You've just kind of left the drill where it is, knowing that you'll probably come back and use that again in about 6 hours or so. You sort of deposit your buckets of material in the collection vats, kind of adjacent to the thing, and you all make your way up to the main hab level.
Can I get some medical attention?
We'll take you to the medical attention bit in a sec.
Okay.
Your baby.
God.
Yeah, God.
What a pain.
You're only bleeding.
I'm only on -4.
That's fine.
Can I steal his arm bone for a second knife?
Oh my god.
I have so many issues with everything you just said.
Can you make me a dagger?
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, a dagger. Apologies.
Stop taking my bones and my organs.
I need some ligaments.
Well,
Don't worry about Callister. He's armored.
Yeah, okay, so I'll just reveal all of that section there,
so bright.
Oh wow! Look at this.
except that area.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the main hub level. You're essentially free to go about and do whatever you want. I'm going to assume that Lucian and at least Callister are going to go down to the med section, yeah?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, cool. So, Callister, do you want to get your arm fixed, I guess? might be the right word?
Rearmed.
I'm just looking to, sort out the burns, make sure that it's not going to cause permanent damage.
Okay.
Oh.
So you go and you see Lucian, and by this point, he's probably quite familiar with you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Him
So-
or his handiwork.
Bit of both. It would be handiwork as well because of deadly natural weapons.
Handiwork.
I suggest dodging next time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll try doing that.
Dodge.
Do we have is Kess or any of our known enemies on this level? Or is this just people dudes we know that we don't have beef with?
No, Kess and his thugs aren't on this hub level.
So how you doing, Doc? What's your day like? Callister goes over to one of the beds. Benches, I suppose.
And he sees a guy with a sucking chest wound and the next one over. It's like that. And then lights up another eagle stick off the end of his, or whatever the thing is at this point. We'll figure that one out at some point. Lights another one off the end of another one and sticks that one in his mouth as he looks at.
Alright. Tell me, am I gonna live?
He just kind of looks at him like, this isn't even anywhere near as difficult as the time I reattach half of your leg. Calm down.
Good time.
Or the time where I, sewed your skull back together, or the time that I replaced your spleen, and the time that, well, never mind.
No.
It's
those are
far
my
from the
fault.
worst that you've had. No, this one looks like an electric brick, which means that either you hurt yourself or someone hit you with it.
I'm gonna say I hurt myself.
You found that on a flight of stairs.
Yeah, that's how that worked. I tripped and fell over on my own electro pick. Yeah.
Sean, any negatives, or can I just roll?
Just the usual flat 10 for crit damage.
Oh, I thought you were gonna attack him. That would be hilarious.
Fucking hell. Did I get wounds back for that, or?
Holy shit! 7 degrees of success. Holy crap.
You're talking to Tim. This is a first level character. This is a fucking starting character.
Tim, do you know how many wounds does he get back?
How does it work in second edition, Ronan? I'm still on first edition for
I don't
as
know.
far as that.
Dark Heresy.
I think because he's in critical, it's a lot slower.
No,
I think so
know.
too.
I remember reading something. It was like, it's always a minimum one or a maximum. It's either a minimum or a maximum one that you heal when you're critically damaged.
Unless you have something that doubles it or whatever. That's how first edition worked.
Or
That's
yeah,
why I'm like,
or
I
if
don't
you have
think that.
hardy.
Bear with.
Challenging plus.
I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm looking up too.
Does anybody else want to do things while we figure out how many wounds Ronan gets back?
He gets 1 wound over a
Conditions.
24-hour period.
You get 1 wound back over 24 hours, Ronan.
Oh wow. Even with how does extended care work with healing?
It means that you get the word, I think you get 2 of them back on, once a week or something with the.
Such receiving extended care. Critical damage does not remove damage unless he devotes himself to complete rest. Receiving extended care, as per Medicaid skill. If he does so, the character makes a challenging +0 toughness test at the end of each 24-hour period. If he succeeds, he removes 1 point of critical damage. Holy shit! That is.
Test once at the end of the week, so we can maybe test you at the end of the week if you're alive.
Okay!
Does that mean Ron's gonna be full time in the medical thing, or is he just gonna get slapped on the ass and sent out again?
Well, you
I
probably
won't
get
heal.
stabilized at least.
I won't heal. If
Don't take
I'm
it.
slapped on my ass.
Alright, I'm looking at it in Only War. Should I be looking at it in a different book? Because I'm the only
Should be.
one
Only
who can actually
War.
get.
Second second wave as well.
Alright. It says if he succeeds, he removes an amount of damage from his patient equal to his intelligence bonus plus 1 additional point of damage per degree of success the healer scores on the test. Removing critical damage before normal damage.
No, that's only in Only War. This is in Dark Heresy, which is which is way worse.
Because we're supposed to be investigating.
Well,
Is this central room like a cafeteria place?
yes.
Right.
And which may be of more interest for you, Rallis, is there is also a workshop section further off here on the right side.
Alright, first aid.
Yep.
Damage if he succeeds, he removes an amount of damage from his patient equal to his intelligence bonus plus 1 additional point of damage per degree of success.
It's 1 damage point for heavily or critically damaged characters. So congratulations, Ronan, you're on -3.
Yay.
No, I'm looking in Dark Heresy 2nd edition right now. This is what I'm reading. It says to perform first aid, a character must make a challenging +0 Medicaid test with a -10 penalty if the patient is heavily damaged, or a -10 penalty for every point of critical damage if the patient is critically damaged. If he succeeds, he removes an amount of damage from his patient equal to his intelligence bonus plus 1 additional point of damage per degree of success he scores on the test, removing critical damage before normal damage. And that's on page 109 in the core rulebook for Dark Heresy 2.
Since we're using Dark Heresy, that's what happens.
Right.
So that's
I was looking at
So that'll
medical
be
attention.
-40, right?
245.
Well, no, he's got a talent that caps it.
I have a talent that
-10.
makes it -10, so that's why
Gotcha.
I only added a 10 to that instead of the 20.
I got
Gotcha.
12 wounds, but
7 plus 5.
oh my god.
You're a whole person now again,
I
Ronan.
know.
Are you sure you're not a Maker's biologist?
You're at 8.
You're not a fucking saint.
Right. The critically damaged rule that was 1 per 24 hours. That's if they just get bed rest.
Yeah, that's just bed rest.
Yeah, so he gets actual medical attention, hence the actual feasible results.
Yeah.
Hey, I do one thing, I do it very well.
I
Smoke
say
glow
we
sticks.
rename Lucian Saint.
Okay, so Callister goes and he gets his arm basically stapled back together again. What's anybody else doing?
Depending on if I know how long it will take, Nas will probably be waiting outside, both to scare off people that might want to get him while he's in infirmary, and to wait for him to get out again.
It'll probably take no more than an hour.
Yeah.
It's well documented verbally among the prisoners that Lucian is very good at what he does.
It's also it should be well documented by them that they fuck somebody up right as he leaves my infirmary. They are going to get fucked up and left in the corridor.
Yeah.
Sean,
The infirmary is basically Switzerland.
can I ask
Good chocolate
whether
too.
or not I can spend probably can't spend a 24-hour period in here, but can I spend most of my spare time now just in the medical bay, devoting time to healing and better?
You can basically spend your downtime however you want. It would be basically up to Lucian if he wants to kick you out.
Mhm.
But
If you're being stalked by somebody, you do not get to stay. That's not how this works. Otherwise, as long as I have the room.
Okay. I shall remain there. I will thank Lucian for his. God damn it, cat! I will thank Lucian for his
help.
Yeah, for his help. I got to deal with my cat. I'll be right back.
Okay, so we'll come back to that in a bit then. Nast, you'd probably, after a while of seeing Callister not come out.
Yeah, after an hour, he'd probably just go knock on the door.
Yeah.
Ask Lucian, nodding towards Callister. Is he coming out or what?
He's over there nursing his scratch.
I'll leave the big baby alone then. And he will head back to the cafeteria to get some, let's not say food, but mass of nutrients, quote unquote.
Yes. Let's definitely not call it food. Okay, so Jin, are you doing anything? Or are you just gonna basically get some grub and just chill for a bit?
Just get some grub, chill for a bit.
Sounds like a plan. Nast, Lave, you doing anything while you're in there? Or are you just gonna eat and discuss the proletariat uprising?
Considering, since I know Lave a bit better than the rest, I'd probably take my seat there, and if I can, I'd like to recount to him the tale of one-eyed sticks of the boar, and how he escaped into the underhive, escaping from the enforcers and the things he saw down there, trying to both trying to tell a good story and also to get the interest of I guess other prisoners or whatever.
So basically, you're turning into verbal propaganda.
Technically, probably yes.
Okay.
I do have trade lawmancer.
I was gonna
which
say
is
give me a charm test.
Really? Because lawmancer is literally described as recounting and telling tales and whatever.
Then give me a trade lawmancer test.
Hey, because I have not trained, I don't have charm taint.
Yeah.
Bonus minus?
I'll just say it's flat.
Oh fuck! What the fuck?
Okay, so you're telling this story, and you actually start to assemble a bit of a crowd. So this guy kind of shuffles over, and he comes over as well to listen to the recounting of this story. Lave, you've probably seen this kind of thing happen a few times. Nast has this habit of romanticizing the boar movement. Nast, can you just explain for people watching at home what the boar movement is?
Boar is it's basically it's short for Brotherhood of Anarcho Revolutionaries, and it's basically a gang with high ideals, but still a lower hive gang that deals in drugs and murder, but that tries to have a sort of Robin Hood-esque image and think quite highly of themselves. But it is still, at the end of the day, a quite violent, tough gang. And basically, anarcho, they have ideas of, anti-government, making the hives a better place for the common man. The common idea of poor people that have nothing better to do.
So basically, you want to get rid of the tech guilds that rule Kaivar for the benefit of the little people.
AKA us, yes.
Yeah. Whilst also killing people and selling drugs.
I'm hearing anarcho-communism. Also, I'm back.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, Sebastian speaking. Of course, communism was being discussed.
Yeah. What do you expect?
Okay, so, Lave, while you listen to this speech, this recounting of events that you've heard 6 or 7 times now, because, he uses the same speech almost every time. Yeah.
Except something changes every time, but it's still the same story.
Yeah.
Gets slightly further from the truth and more grandiose.
Yeah, exactly.
Lave and Jin, can you both give me a +10 awareness test, please?
I'm
so
gonna get
fucking bad at
shanked.
this.
Oh.
Did you include your +10 in that?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you've got no kidneys now. Someone's gonna come up behind you and ship you.
No, okay. So, Lave, you're listening to this conversation, and again, you've heard it so many times, you're basically quoting him word for word. You're basically recounting it alongside him, silently, just kind of mouthing along, saying the words, while looking down at your sort of plastic tray of
Stuff.
food. Jin, you're just kind of lost in thought, I suppose. You're sitting there kind of taking your ambiguously spoon-shaped utensil.
Scooper.
Kind of
It's
digging
a
around
scooper.
in your food. Yeah. This particular sort of section is slightly more grey than the other, and there's this weird little kind of chunk of very kind of chalky, hard stuff that isn't really chewable. So you just kind of fish it out and leave it on the side.
It's probably one of the dudes we saw in the mines.
They go into the soup.
Okay, so did anyone do anything else? Rallis, are you doing anything?
What is the his hand in the actual workshop area?
There's a collection of very kind of basic tools. There's like screwdrivers and some small manipulation devices. There's a couple of things that people have left in that they've obviously been working on. Behind you on that main middle table, there's what looks like a rebreather that someone was basically trying to change the filter on or repair some kind of damage to it, which is kind of half repaired there. And there's like jerry cans of like fuel and stuff in the corners for when you've been using like lamps and stuff on the lower levels of the mine that haven't had electronic lights fixed yet.
Right. Would there be in any way a thing where I could like make like a remote control to disengage those safety locks, or would that not be possible?
No, not with what you've got
Not with
available. And the safeties on the drills themselves are more of like an internal mechanical thing. It's
Right.
not like you've got a remote control to them.
It's not like
Basically,
a-
you have
like
to
an
go in and
on-off
like
switch.
unscrew something to take,
Yeah,
to
okay.
take them off.
I think then I'll just like spend time like maintaining like if it's got any busted equipment or whatnot in there, I'll try and do like brown nosing and maintain equipment and whatnot and just tinker around.
Well, at the minute, the only thing that's in there that has anything that you can actually work on is that kind of half-assembled rebreather, so you can kind of fix that if you want.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Cool, give me a +10 tech use test.
Why do I smell foreshadow?
Because it was a little bit on the cover map.
Just shot and closes his eyes.
Sorry, was there a modifier on that tech use test there or just a base one?
+10.
+10.
I'm sorry, Sean.
And what do you mean, Ronan? It's not like I've repeatedly discussed poisonous gas or anything.
There you go.
Well done.
Or gas leaks. It's
Yeah,
not a
okay,
problem.
so you now have one fully functional rebreather, which you can either leave here or pinch.
I will pinch it. Because it can only go
We're not
one.
gonna leave that.
And you say
Like,
you're not a criminal.
Well, I
don't
wasn't
belong in here,
one.
Steels.
Well, I mean, if you believed what everyone else says in here, no one deserves to be here. They're all innocent.
Oh no, I
Okay,
definitely
so-
deserve to be here.
Oh no, I have definitely also deserve to be here.
Yeah, same thing with Nast, yeah.
So a bit of time passes, and you can all either choose to retire to your bunks, which are in the top left of the map if you so wish, or you can, for some reason, try to stay awake for the entire downtime before you get redistributed.
Well, I wanted I wanted to ask Alicia. But hey, so I have a suggestion for this here medical bay thing, right, that you own, right? What we need is bed service.
How do you
When
know
was
what
the
that
last
is?
time you saw a woman down here?
You're from the outside, aren't you? And you have pals on the outside as well?
No, he
You
was
get
born
him
on
in
Lysaeus.
Yeah, but he's still from the outside.
Well, not really. His parents were prisoners, so he's just kind of got lumped in with them as well.
Oh, was he? Damn.
Yeah.
I thought
The
he was...
the only difference between him and you is he has some kind of rudimentary medical training that his parents gave him because they were like doctors before they came here, and because that's useful, he's not forced to do mining shifts.
Alright, let me change the little wording around that, because I probably wouldn't know anything. You've got, like, medical pals on the outside, right? Come on. Somewhere?
In terms of what? I get equipment from people outside of here that I trade for on stuff that I can create with stuff that they send me in discreetly on the black market, and I put into good use and to give back to them, and they take it out of here. But beyond that, friends would be sort of a stretch.
I just want breakfast in bed. That's it. Or dinner. Or lunch.
Go talk to the person who put the pick across your arm and see what he can do to help you.
No, he fell on it.
Well, maybe I can convince him. Give me a... Don't worry if you get more people in your med by later.
Well, I expected that the moment I saw you with an injury.
Right, I'm way off to my bunk. Thanks, Lucian. See you around.
He just waves him mightily out. Goes back to checking on the guy with the sucking chest wound.
He's
Okay.
still alive. You've filled him with so many painkillers. He's kind of in a bit of a mini coma now, but he'll live.
By painkillers, he means things that I made out of the local
Yeah,
on the ground.
Or
violently.
yeah.
Wall
You're not sure if he's
fungus.
or if he's tripping some serious balls, but either way, he's screaming in pain. So it's probably a win.
It's kind of a bit of both.
Yeah, like some minor brain damage probably won't hurt that much.
If anything, it makes the pain hurt less because you can't think about it.
Exactly.
Well, he probably knows the person, so he knows that minor brain damage is the least of his worries.
Also true.
how
It's
many
actually an advantage on this planet.
how many of them are gonna get like shanked on the way to my cell? By the way.
I love that you're literally hobbling your character along.
You see a glint of a femur bone as Nast comes around the corner.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Please say that as an actual like free action when you next stab someone with your femur.
Got a bone to pick with you.
This one's going to be a right rib tickler.
Oh my god!
Okay, so one by one, you all kind of funnel yourselves away into your bunks.
Bunkadoodles.
Yeah, Nast eventually will stop, advertising the proletariat revolution, and he'll join you. The lights don't really go up or down here. It's not like you have a day or night cycle. Your time is divided up into on shifts and off shifts. So it's usually always pretty dim anyway. But you've kind of trained your bodies and your minds to let you get some rest while it's still kind of illuminated. Rallis, Callister, probably just you two. Give me a +10 awareness test.
This is not our strong suit at all. We've
No.
not noticed shit since we got here.
Well, I mean, I did roll a 1.
Yeah, true. I mean, you noticed the subtleties of an explosion.
Okay, cool. So, again,
I'll
you
use
managed
keen
to just kind
intuition.
of make do with your own by yourselves, and you just got it. I appreciate that you keep trying, but I mean, Rallis, you're the one person who has awareness trained, and you've passed once. It's like, I'm just gonna stop trying at this point. I tried. You don't get any quest hooks. You're stuck in here forever.
Oh no!
Okay. So
yes,
you
what I
all-
want to play is Sims.
You all kind of lull yourselves to sleep, and life goes on like this for a few days more. You don't see Kess again. You suspect that after the incident in the mine down below, the guards probably followed a report, and he was assigned a different section of the mine to work, or a different shift, so that him murdering you or you murdering him wouldn't impact productivity.
Damn it.
But over the course of the next sort of few days, you do start to pick up rumblings from the other prisoners. They start talking about strange things happening in the lower levels. People disappearing, but not just prisoners, guards, and some of the maintenance staff they bring in from Kailar sometimes, going down into the lower levels and not coming back out again. You hear from a couple of the miners who work the lower mine levels, who are sometimes exposed to a little bit of poisonous gas that sometimes affects their sanity just a little bit. They start saying how they've seen ghosts down there, figures of men too big to be human with long black hair that stretches down to their chest, kind of being there one moment and then gone the next when you blink, with nowhere feasibly for them to go. You even sometimes hear the guards discussing how they've been having issues with the power grid, or how sometimes power in some of the lower sections is getting unstable, which is why they keep bringing maintenance people. Probably about a week or so after the incident with Kess and the miners in the lower levels, you are again in one of your downshifts, just kind of waiting in the bunks to go about doing your daily routines, as it were. But something happens. Can everyone give me a +60 awareness test?
At that point, you might as well just have us pass.
Can I just say before we go here, this is a really chill prison world.
What do you mean?
Just downtime? We have downtime?
Well, it's a case of if they work you literally until you drop, that's not very efficient. And they've got enough people that they can always have at least someone working the mines. You know?
1 degree.
The problem is not the amount of
Someone
work.
still failed. Jim still failed.
Oh
my
6
God,
8 degrees. Fuck yeah, we got it, boys. We got
Yeah,
it.
I
it
would have
only,
passed
It only
even a
took the
normal-
maximum possible bonus.
I would have passed even a normal perception here, which makes me sad.
Yeah, so about halfway through one of your downshifts, you're all just kind of in your bunks, either like
I'm reading.
you're reading something that you've apparently managed to get your hands on because they don't really provide recreational material. So you're
I had
reading
it
something that you're probably reading the manifesto that Nast wrote on the ceiling of your cell.
Yes.
So use now.
That never happened. Yeah, that spell's wrong. This guy's an
Hey.
idiot.
Well,
So you're all just kind of chilling in your cell block, and then off in the distance you hear, which is a definite sound of explosion, despite the fact that I'm not good at sound effects. And then the lights cut out before the emergency lighting comes back on with a dimmer kind of red kind of hue.
I'm gonna get out of my bunk. I'm gonna go over to like the bars. I'm guessing like the doors are all closed at the minute since it.
They are closed, but you do notice that they're not locked.
Hey guards! These aren't locked. I'm coming out. Someone go tell Lucian that there's probably gonna be a whole lot of people in his medbay soon. Hello?
Yeah, you kind of stick your head out through the doorway, and you realize that a couple of the other prisoners from this block are kind of making their way out into the hallway as well. And there aren't any guards currently in this particular section.
I would like to sneak up and look around the corner.
Okay, yep. You sneak up to the corner and you see that the lights are out essentially all the way down the hallway.
It's dark.
Yep, there is a tiny bit of light coming from this direction here. Like imagine no brighter than you'd get from like a mobile phone screen.
Or a candle or something.
Do I know what's like in this room or like down there?
It's a security room of some description.
Ooh.
I'm gonna. So Lave's gonna call out to the rest of the cell block and just basically make sure that everyone is either present or sort of like in and around. So they're not. It didn't. There's no localized sort of like disappearing. Everyone's still where they should be.
Callister's here yet?
Oh, you didn't die in your sleep then? Good.
No, I did. You'd be expected to get shanked.
How's the arm?
Lucian fixed up real good. Also, I should be at full HP now since.
He's
Yeah,
really
it's
getting
been-
tired of you. Please stop getting hurt.
No, he's not getting tired of me. He loves my company. What are you talking? Why the fuck is it so dark? What's going on?
Oh,
That's
lights
what
out.
Seriously, things keep exploding around here. This is not good.
No, it's not.
It's a terrible working environment.
We should really
I
submit a
agree.
written complaint.
Sean,
Talk to the gods about it. If there are any fucking around, what do you see, man?
Shh.
Shit.
There's nothing there. It's just quiet.
Sean, would my
Don't shout for the guards. Like they'll kick the shit out of us or bring the pain.
Nah. I'll bring the pain.
What's up, Rallis?
I was just ask, would my Mechadendrite have like a pencil light on or anything like that?
Have a
Or
what?
like a
very
small
small light.
torch?
Oh! Optical
pen-
mechadendrites do come with a light that shines with the intensity of
With the intensity of.
globe.
Globe, yeah.
Yes.
Right,
It
so-
does have a light on the end.
So I could like light it up and take a step out into the
Like,
passage.
it's not so dark that you can't see. It's just obviously
dim light.
there's the light you're usually used to, and then there's the emergency generator lighting levels.
Bit of light
dim
still
ray.
helps.
Yeah.
I'll become a torch. The human torch.
Well, let's go exploring. What'd you say? And I like turn around, looking with a grin.
Crack my knuckles. Yeah, let's go do this.
Yeah, so by now I'm used to that turn in Nast's voice where he basically means let's go get into lots of trouble. So I'm just like,
Yes.
Mhm.
You hear
Oh,
it too often.
I turned to
Yeah.
the other prisoners behind us. Let's see if we can start a breakout.
as soon as he says that, I almost slap him. Like, how do you break out of a moon? Are you that stupid?
How do you break out? There's transport somewhere.
I mean, it's
If we
technically
see any
not wrong.
guards,
There's gotta be
We
transport
just-
somewhere. We get on them. We
Wait.
slap them. What?
Why don't we just establish the situation? Then we can figure out what if we can get out of this rock I'm all for it. You know that. I've
Fuck
tried.
that. It's how Nash says, and I sort of like tap him on the arm. Anarchy.
Don't. Oh God, not this.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let's go see what's out.
Yeah,
Let's go
let's
see
do
if
this.
the guards are home. And I would like to tiptoe down to like the
Oh,
security
nice
room.
stealth as well.
Tiptoe. Very good.
Yeah, you can give
Not
me
sneak, just tiptoe.
give me a +10 stealth check. Whoever wants to be stealthy. The two other prisoners kind of proceed into the hallway and they kind of fuck off down the distance
That's not good.
because they also
Ah,
want to know
ninja.
what's going on. And then they fuck off into the canteen and sit there because they're.
Ah, ninja. God fucking damn it. Oh, I did it. Yeah. Woo.
Hmm.
I have
So,
stealth trained.
Nice.
Yeah.
Doors
okay.
open?
So this security room, Sean.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh,
The door is currently sealed. It looks like it's running on the emergency power, which is always a plus. You managed to approach quite quietly.
What's-
Callister doesn't.
Jin and Callister kind of clump heavily on the metal sort of great way.
what's supposed to be in here?
Well, you've never really seen inside.
Could I do a security check to see if I could see what's inside?
By which do you mean open the door?
Yes.
Yes, you could do that.
Okay. I thought it was like sealed.
No, it's just shut.
Right behind you, buddy.
I try and slowly open the door.
I sort of
I draw my
flex,
femur.
sort of flex my fingers, John, and I want to like rip off parts of my sleeves and then just start like wrapping them around.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want to give me a security check then, Nas, to see if you can get the door open?
No, I just want to open it. Let's see. Any bonuses?
I'll give you a +10 because it's a really rudimentary system.
Can I get another +10 for using my femur?
Oh.
No.
Let's give a -10 because it's in.
Damn it. Alright.
Holy shit!
What the fuck?
Yeah. Boom.
Oh.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, so you basically you pull off one of these panels and you fiddle around with the wires for a little bit, and it's hard to. It's essentially you're trying to hotwire the door open, but it's hard to get enough of a spark going on the emergency power. But eventually you get a decent kind of spark, I guess, and then
Just like stealing another taxi.
sure. And then the door slides open, revealing the interior of what looks like a small security room, with a single guard inside, who's currently basically slamming away on the keyboard of this terminal. You see, there's a couple of like screen banks behind him, and the light on those is completely gone, like they're not active at all. And you suspect that should be showing the security feeds for this floor.
Oh hey, how's your health plan?
He
Oh
kind
my
of like looks up at you and says, "Oh shit!" And you see him
Run.
scrambling at his waist. No, let's roll
Not
initiative.
the pain!
Yes.
Not the pain!
Ronan, you fucking dick!
We literally were stealth, you fucking...
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. No,
I
you guys
start
can still be
saying-
stealth. You guys can still be stealth. I'm not.
Ronan, look at the map. Look where we are. Now imagine if you said somebody and somebody looked where you were. What would they see?
I thought you were on like the other side of the door instead of like right.
Well, I was
Up
at
here.
the door, which means if you say something, if I die, I will femur you.
This is great.
If I die, you get my femur.
Now you know what? You know what? I'm gonna spend a fate point to roll on that.
Isn't that your last fate point?
Yep.
Ronan, for fuck's sake.
We're not even halfway through the session.
I'm
You're
not gonna
going
gain
to
your fate.
fucking die.
Is everybody
Oh my
rolled?
God. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Brighton, Callister, now fate pointless.
We're gonna
What do you want to
charge him and attempt to. Can you stun at the end of a charge? No, a stun is a full action. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna. If that's all right,
What are you gonna do? You cut out again,
I'm gonna charge him.
and then what? Punch him?
Yeah, just punch him because I don't think I can stun him.
Ronan, punch him in the throat.
Right. Okay,
see-
Gordon, go ahead. Make the attack.
Yeah, so let's do 1, 2, up there, and then drop out there. Then
5
grab,
meters.
gear, bare hands, hit. No aim.
Just gonna position you there so you're not stood on his desk.
Okay, that's fine. I was thinking
Power
about,
step.
Just stomp on the desk and kick him in the face.
charge, modifier, nothing. Because I already get the bonus for standard attack in the charge. Oh, I did it!
You hit a man. You hit
Now
a man.
see if you can dodge it.
No.
He does not. Go ahead and roll. Where do you hit, by the way?
I hit him in the 84, which is one of the legs. I do a whole 6 damage with my bare hands.
To his leg.
Hey.
I love the idea of you punching
Which
him in
probably
the leg.
does nothing.
Well, Ronan, here's the thing. He's wearing what's the equivalent of a vest, like a stab vest, but he's got nothing on his arms, legs, or feet.
Nice.
So
Perfect.
basically, you run in and you kind of like football tackle slide on one leg, and as you're sort of coming across, you bring your fist around and you hit him right in the side of the knee, and you hear a very distinct as something bends the way it's not supposed to. Nast. The element of surprise is thoroughly gone.
I'll rename you Callister Dennis the Menace.
Though on the plus side, he's probably completely focused on the guy who just smashed his leg.
I would run in and grapple him, but I don't want to look at those rolls, so I'll just charge him.
Okay, yeah.
Which is, what's the bonus for charging?
30.
What?
30?
Plus-
Jesus Christ.
Wait, no, hang on. No, it's not. It's like plus
Charging is 20.
20.
20,
Plus
single
20 to hit.
attack, that's 30, half action.
No,
that's not
you
half
get-
action.
No.
The
No,
bonus
charge- yeah,
charge bonus includes the standard attack.
Right.
Oh, so it's basic.
plus
Plus
20.
20.
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Bonuses for having outnumbered him?
You get a plus 10 for your gang up now.
Hey. What if we were an actual gang? Does that give the higher bonus for ganging up?
No.
Alright. Hey!
You hit.
How much damage does a femur do?
The damage
Just
for
for
I'll
a-
give you this, the damage
is
for
a-
a shiv is 1d5 minus 1.
Isn't an improvised weapon better?
Yeah, improvised weapons are better, technically.
Alright. Well, 1d5 minus 1.
Yeah.
Plus
your
strength?
Plus your strength bonus, yeah.
I'll just do plus 1 then, since it's 2.
See, the thing is, you take shivs because they're far easier to
Hey, and I hit him in 35, that's 53.
add your strength, remember?
Yeah, I did. I just took the minus 1, and then
Oh, right.
What's your strength bonus?
2.
Oh. He
I'm
really
not a
isn't
melee
that big.
character.
Okay, right.
And I
so
think
you
that's-
hit him. Where'd you hit him?
I think that's the chest or something sits. That's 53.
53, yeah.
Yeah, so let's go do nothing.
Oh, that attack isn't taking into account that I have a plus 5 to my weapon skill from a advance. Oh, that doesn't work.
Oh
Point,
fuck! I
guys.
should have.
If you guys get advances for things, don't use the drop down bar.
Yeah. So your shiv basically you go to stab him, but you kind of end up kind of stabbing him in the stab-proof vest.
It was to send a message, Sean. Okay, it was a warning stab.
Does he lose a fate point for that?
No.
Could you explain to the
Anyway.
audience?
Anyway, moving on from that, I'll get you back to that later.
You
Jin.
fall down an elevator.
Jin.
I charge and attack with my bare hands.
Okay.
You have bare hands?
I have bare hands as well.
What are you, a mutant? So let's say you end up stood there, still within reach of this guy, as he's kind of behind, moving. He's probably close to like being there. So you actually basically just swing over, try to punch him in the face over his desk. So it's going to be a plus 30 in total weapon skill test. So if you just click on the weapon skill attribute on your main sheet, and then add 30 to the modifier.
Oh, that's annoying.
That's you rolled a 2.
That's fucking
Holy
incredible.
shit.
Yeah.
Oosh.
Okay.
If you want assassin, you could spend a fate point to do an extra 7 damage.
Oh, it's also 7 to the head as well. Oh no, sorry, never mind.
No, it goes from 0 on the hit to 20, which I'm fairly sure is the arm.
Yeah, it's one of his arms.
Okay, right. So now, would you please be so
Right
kind
on.
as to roll 1d5 minus 3, and then add your strength modifier.
Yeah, 11 to 20 is an arm.
And your strength modifier is 3. So basically, roll a 1d5.
We're gonna fuck him up. It's gonna take a long time.
Have you ever tried to fight 5 guys at once? It's hard.
D5 minus 3 plus your strength. What's your strength bonus?
Which is 3, which is why I just rolled a d5.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Right, okay, yep. So you swing and you basically club him in the arm, and you hear him go, ah!
Yeah.
No.
Just like the electromagnet.
Leif.
I'm gonna shake my head before sort of like popping into this room. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll take a scope of what's going on. So basically, he's next to this like computery bank. All the screens are off.
Yeah.
He's on this. He's doing the tippy taps. There's 2. Are these sofas on right side, left side?
They are.
I don't think I'll contribute anything to this.
We are here to liberate the sofas.
I might just have a seat. I'll be totally real with you.
I say we kill him, and then we take the sofas back to ourselves and just relax.
Oh my god.
Okay, hang on. Oh my god, that would be fucking great. That's a pure revolution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd have to go here.
You
1, 2,
could,
3, 4, 5. That's a full move, right? 5.
yeah.
Probably we can't make it.
I'm here for intimidation factor. Yeah, I'm fine just to move there and just let you guys hammer him. It'll be
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
You can do it.
He's just
Yeah.
cheerleader in the background.
Rallis, you can hear what sounds like a fist fight breaking out in this room.
Yeah.
Ow, my arm!
Since
Ow,
it
what's
seems to be going
that?
to violence,
My leg.
thinking back to the workshop earlier and the tools that were there,
Mhm.
can any of them be like taken away from their like counters and stuff? So like any like big saws or anything like that? So could I make my way down there to try and like take some saws, like power saws out and stuff for weapons?
There's no power source.
power
or anything.
source.
There's like the equivalent of a hacksaw.
Hacksaw. That's a bit naff.
Yes,
then.
if you want, you can just move your run distance towards the workshop.
I'll just move my distance. Yeah, it's 2 times movement. Yeah,
3.
3.
No, 4. Charge is 3.
It's 2 times your charge.
So
Oh, wait,
6.
yeah.
That was sprint.
Whee!
So
Okay.
it's 3 times your full move.
While you're working that out, I will take the prison guard's turn. He has probably about a 10-inch long baton kind of sat on his desk, and he just kind of grabs that, and he's gonna.
You said prisoner.
Prison guard.
Shut up, Cal.
Oh, right.
The guy is currently fighting 4 prisoners. He grabs this baton and basically he thumbs an on switch, and the head kind of starts sparking, and he's gonna swing down towards the guy who he thinks dislocated his knee.
You think that's gonna fucking scare me?
I hope he just crits you.
Yeah. I
In
know.
the same arm.
The last one. Okay, so what's his weapon skill? 35. Okay.
Somewhere Lucian goes, he's fucking up again, isn't he?
I can feel it.
I feel a disturbance in the arm.
Okay, so
It's more
basically-
like, well, they're all doing this sort of thing, and now that the power's off and everything, he knows people are getting up to shenanigans, so he's kind of wandering around to see who needs to actually be fixed.
Fair enough. So you go down to. Sorry, he goes down to basically swing this baton towards your chest. But when he tries to put any weight on his right leg, it just kind of. You can hear him just go, ah! And the swing goes wide and doesn't connect with you.
Alright,
How's
so
that?
next idea. Stun or no stun? Does he have a helmet?
No.
I may try stun,
Okay.
but he may also dodge. No,
Wait.
just gonna go for damage, because I probably have a higher chance to hit with that. Okay, so gear, bare hands, hit, half aim, submit, attack type, standard, submit, modifier, 0, submit.
You would have had a +10 for ganging up.
Well, that doesn't really matter because I don't have swift attack.
No, but I'm just saying.
Mhm.
You hit.
Oh my god. Nice.
I forgot something there.
Nice.
I forgot to say it was 1d1000.
Ooh, okay. So on a roll of a 96, he does not dodge.
Oh shit, boy! Ah!
So where did you hit? 43. That's the chest, isn't it?
Yeah. No, wait, 43. Oh yeah, because that's
Yeah.
reversed, isn't it? Just yes.
Yeah.
31 to 70 is the chest.
Okay. So you swing in, and you can feel your fist connects with the side, and underneath the vest you feel something cracking.
Nice.
It's like a Kinday.
Banned in America.
Alright.
Prison
Nice.
guards, banned in America. Shivering.
Okay.
It's just single attack, aim, ganging up. What's the ganging up bonus?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. If you use all-out attack, you'll max out at plus 40 instead of plus 30 to hit.
I'll take a plus 40 then. That makes me easier to hit, right?
Yeah, you won't be able to use any reactions.
Oh, that's fine. Who needs it? Gets shot in the fucking face. Hey, how many degrees is that?
I mean, you can only hit them
4.
once anyway, so...
Well, I could just increase my damage by how many degrees, so I just want to know.
Oh, right, okay. It would be... hit... 42, 52, 62. That's 4 degrees of success.
For success, and I hit where? That's 32.
23, that's the arm. No,
That's the arm.
no, hang on. 11 to 20 is the arm. I think it's...
Oh,
arm?
23 is the other arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I'll spend the fate point to do another 4 degrees of success, damage.
An extra 4 points of damage. Okay, roll damage.
Yeah. So that's
1d5 minus 1 plus strength bonus plus 4.
so plus 5. Oh!
Right, now. Make another plus 40 weapon skill test.
Alright, crits.
Mm-hmm.
Are we using the Righteous Fury from first edition?
Yes, we are.
Oh shit!
Okay, roll another d10.
D10?
Wait, no, sorry, d5.
Oh no!
And another one.
And another one! And another one!
Roll the
One
I was laughing too hard.
punch!
I
No,
kind of
just-
want to re-roll,
Ju-
but I'll...
No, just the damage.
Just the damage. You don't need to.
Another D5.
Oh. Only 2. Only 17 damage with a fucking femur.
Yeah, 17. Okay, so what happens here is you take the shattered bone of a guy who died a week ago, and as this guy swings up to go to clobber Callister with the stun baton, you take you take the cracked femur and you jab it into his armpit. And basically, you kind of angle it and point it down so that when it goes in, it goes down and into something that really shouldn't be penetrated by somebody else's bone. And you just see him, his eyes just kind of go blank as he just drops to the floor.
Shh, rest now. Put him on floor. Rip out the femur.
The splinters as well. Holy
I'm
shit.
gonna grab him from underneath the arms, probably cover myself in blood and drag him away from it.
Okay. To where?
To the
Take him
corner.
to Lucian. Say he fell down some stairs.
He fell down some stairs onto something pointy into the armpit.
It was the femur. I told them to clean it up.
Does he have a gun on him?
He does.
He was
I
reaching
take
for
it.
it.
Okay, yep. It is a stub automatic. I shall send you a picture of the stats.
Hey.
I'm gonna take a shock baton and look to the others and ask who the fuck
Who the fuck?
who the fuck wants this?
Is my femur shattered?
Your femur is not shattered. I would say it is still functional.
I'll just wow some blood and stick that back down in the boot.
Nice. Does no one take the stun button or the shock baton?
I'll look at my femurs. You can have it.
Alright, I'll keep the shock baton. Awesome. God
Okay,
fucking damn it.
so you really need to stop doing that. So
Oh.
you have just shivved this prison guard to death and nicked all his kit. By the way, he's wearing a stab-proof vest, which someone else could.
I'll
throw
take
on.
it. Actually, no, isn't it covered in blood?
It's probably better for me to use it.
Yes, it is currently
That's
covered in
true.
blood.
That's true. I guess.
Hey, can I take that?
You can. It's AP3 to the chest.
Oh, thank you. Look at that. It's a perfect fit as well. How coincidental.
It's amazing how
Got
just
red on
those
you.
traps work.
Right.
Okay, so
Let me stick with some gear.
this security room is currently not working. You can see that the camera feeds have all been like depowered. So what do you do?
Hi. Where'd that glowy guy go?
Rallis, you can make it to the workshop by this point and
Cool.
retrieve a hacksaw.
Well, what I'm planning on doing, rather than a hacksaw, I'd rather try and like spare parts like wires, like copper wires, like bits and bobs you could use to like, I suppose, make traps and stuff. I guess, if anything like that. Bits of metal.
There's a few small canisters of the fuel for the drills.
Yeah.
And like lamps. And if you give me an awareness check, make it a +10.
Awareness +10. That'll do.
Yeah, you can find an assortment of spare parts and a bit of wiring. It's nothing amazing. You could maybe hobble together like what could,
Well, I
like,
mean, the petrol tanks and a bit of cloth. That's enough useful.
yeah, so there's a few like rags that people have primarily been used to like cleaning like oil and stuff off their hands. There's some like wiring that people have used for other like small mechanical faults.
Yeah. Just assorted scraps.
Assorted scraps that we can argue you can jerry rig into traps later.
No bother.
Depending on like what you want to achieve. Like I'm saying, you can't probably make pit traps, but you could like do.
They could tripwire trap kind of thing.
Sure.
You make Molotovs though.
You could.
Yeah. Petrol bombs.
Yeah. The equivalent of Molotovs using fuel instead of like vodka.
I'll
I have a stat line for that.
give it to the anarchists. It all works.
Yeah.
Could we use the canteen's food as a biological weapon?
Probably not. Although I'm still fairly sure, like, breaks several Geneva conventions, but that's not the point. So what's going on? You've looted the workshop. What are the guys in the security room doing?
Can I check what he was doing on the console?
From the looks of it, he was just trying to see what was going on. Like there is power going to the console, but it's not showing like a lot of functions. Like you can see, like an actual alarm isn't working. There's no communication off the floor at the minute. You can see on the screens behind you, every sort of perspective is labelled. So you've got hab block, you've got canteen, you've got lift access, you've got med bay, you've got workshop, and you've got break room.
Okay. It's probably not my area of expertise to try and re-establish power in this like localized area. Could I check his body for like a Vox unit?
Yes, there isn't one.
There isn't one.
There's like a built-in communications point into the terminal.
Ah, okay. So he wouldn't be carrying one himself. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go for a little poodle outside then.
Yeah.
I would like to see if I could fix it. So Anas goes up to it, punches it, waits a few seconds, Rylus, and then he walks off.
Okay, so after technical knock doesn't work.
I go look for a person that can actually fix it.
Yeah, Rallis is probably still in the workshop. Don't know what he's doing in the meantime.
I'd probably just loot the place. I noticed I passed Lucian on the way out. So I might meet up with him, see what he's doing, and then if they've started shouting, run back to them probably. Don't know how long it takes.
Those seems to be massive holes. It's not, it's not like, shouting indistinctly or like very, it's just like calling, but yeah.
Yeah, calling, you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, it's you again.
Raised
Look at
voice. You have
Well, I don't know. I guess we would meet each other as a group, like in the middle between workshop and.
Oh, about here.
Hmm.
Probably.
Does Lucian like come up as well?
Yeah, does he
I'm
have
still-
like
I'm
a
assuming
like
unless
a
he went back to medbay or in one of the other rooms, he probably encounters the mass of prisoners walking through the hallway. One of them covered in blood and armor.
Hey, Lucian, how you doing? Don't worry, this isn't my blood.
Yet.
One of the guards fell down some stairs.
Yeah, stairs.
onto a femur?
That tends to happen around here.
What's
A lot of
what's up with,
stair-related injuries.
what's up with the light?
Well, Rayless, we got the after we found the guard having fallen down some stairs in the security room, we saw that the cameras don't work. Could you rework them?
I don't know. Could I show him? With
You would have to have a
How
look
are-
to see what's wrong with them. All he's
well,
saying is they're not working.
Yeah, well, okay. I know. Just like with the power being out, I'm just want to go like an emergency lighting system or something with what you were saying. I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
have the knowledge of if the systems were off the same system, would I? So yeah, I'll take a run
Like-
back down and have a little think over them.
So as he seems a little bit thoughtful, I'm gonna sort of like think up and just be like, well. So he says, given that the emergency power lighting's on, but the doors still work, if you can maybe reroute power from some essential systems to some non-essential systems, it might be able to power it.
Are you a techie?
Could try that.
He's
No.
not a techie, but he's also not an idiot. So he
I'm
can
not
kind
an
of like power of deduction, I
Well,
guess.
well,
He can Sherlock Holmes a
2 and
solution.
2 equals
Well,
4. So yeah, I'll take a little jog back down the corridor, try and see.
I
what
read a
can think
book on
of.
power once.
Okay, if you give me a... It's not like you can basically tell the computer to move power from one system to another. You would basically have to wire it up.
Yeah,
to
the
get power from
actual
To
somewhere
another
else.
output source, yeah.
actual.
So
like,
that would take some time, but if you want, you can try to do that.
Have you
yeah,
tried praying?
I may as well try and get it up and running. Maybe we can see what's actually going on this floor using the
Okay,
cameras.
so you can probably get power from either the door system or from the monitors behind it.
Or the monitors behind it actually doing anything other than just like a black screen kind of
Currently
thing.
showing you like camera feeds from cameras that have no power. So it's
Right.
essentially it's a black screen saying camera not operative or whatever.
Are we aware if power gets removed from the doors, do they shut or lock open?
If power is removed from the doors, they will be in whatever state they were in when the power was removed.
Right, I'm going to make sure the door is open,
It is currently open.
and then I'm going to try and reroute power from the door.
Right, okay. Give me a flat tech use test.
I believe in you.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't
I
either.
will fate point that.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Yay!
See,
Woo!
my belief means more.
You
Okay,
did
yeah.
it.
There you go.
So you essentially pull up some of the floor paneling to actually access the power lines for the terminal. And you basically cut open the power lines for the door as well and just kind of wrap them around each other. And for reasons that no one can explain, that works.
Huzzah!
He's secretly an orc.
You say like that bad thing.
What can I say? I'm a
Depends who
really
you
fun
ask.
guy.
Okay, yeah, so you've got you have the terminal more powered up, so you've got access to a couple more systems. What do you want to do?
First off, have a look through the. No, this camera still won't be working, will they?
No, because the cameras
Yeah,
don't have
is there like a data log on the computer that would show me if like any alerts have been going across the
Yeah.
place?
Yeah.
Could I have a
There's
quick
there's
scan
kind of
through
like a prison-wide kind of alert system that has a kind of the equivalent of a chat log, I guess.
Yeah, basically. Quick scan through that, see if that's notice anything going on.
Yeah. The last recorded instance is it's a detection of an explosion near the main reactor. basically saying there's been a detonation, power becoming unstable. That's round about the same time you started noticing like that was the explosion noise that you all heard, and then the lights went off and the emergency power came back up. Since you've now powered the terminal a bit more, it's basically trying to update what's going on, but you're getting very sporadic reports of power failure across the entire prison.
Right, and is the main reactor like the lower section of the prison, or do I not know what?
Yeah.
Right, so where all the goings on was happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any like portable device we would carry that data log around with, or is it like a hard fixed?
What do you mean, like?
Like imagine like
USB?
carrying like a data stick kind of thing.
Something to like, so you'd have like an active readout of that report.
Yeah.
No,
So it
there's
like
nothing
updates on
that
the fly.
nearby.
Okay. Is there any like warnings of like a digital version, I suppose like a technological version of, well, yeah, digital faults in the line that would prevent the cameras from working, or is it all like actual like the power?
You can basically pull up like a systems check program.
Yeah.
And in order, it tells you the cameras are down, the elevator is currently disabled, the ventilation is currently disabled, main lighting is off, emergency lighting is on, and inter-prison communications are disabled.
Right. So probably, I suppose, ventilation, elevator will be the main priorities. Is there anything I can look into with them? Of how to fix them?
All you really get is that they're not working. The
Okay.
station doesn't have control to turn them back on.
So it's like diagnostics thing for what is wrong with
this
them.
This is a case of saying, this is wrong, I don't know how you're going to fix it, it's just wrong.
Alright, well, since he's just showed up there, I'll let Liv know what's going on.
Yeah, I sort of peek around the corner and be like, what's the crack? What's going on? What's happening?
I'll give him a full update of what's going on there, let him know what's happening.
So, something miraculous happened here. So since being imprisoned, I've been Lave has been very sort of like morose. He's just like, well, fuck it. I tried and I fucked it. Like, I'm just here forever now. I'm just probably gonna die here. But as he starts to hear this bits of information going on, he starts to brighten up and like possibilities race through his head. He's like, wait, this place is like totally fucked. Because like, from things that he's experienced about infrastructure and guerrilla attacks like that have happened and failed during like while he was on Cafeteria, basically he's putting this all together and thinking like, this is either a massive coincidence or some stuff has been like someone has done something that we couldn't. Like if like, so generator's fucked, so there's no power, so all the camera feeds are down. This is like a perfect scenario that's happening for us to exploit it. Granted, the elevator's not done, but we should be able to do something with it, even if it doesn't end up being perfect. So he just starts to think, he's just, like, his mind races and he just starts thinking like, what can we do with this? So he gestures to Rayless and he just basically says like, okay, come with me. We'll conference. Let's see what's going on. Update the guys.
Oh, Nast,
Alright.
you think you can give this here elevator a thing you open the doors, maybe get into the shaft? Should be
Probably.
ladders on the inside.
I don't know, if not, there's probably a rope or some shit. If not, we just get some wire. Just tie it around, throw it down, climb. Shouldn't be that.
Oh yeah, see if you can open it.
I think we should find our bros first, though.
Lucian, you coming with us?
What's this? What's over here?
Well, somebody has to fix you when you hurt yourselves.
Sweet.
There's lots of stairs for you to fall down.
Yes.
Yeah, for a place with currently no stairs, a lot of people have fallen down them.
It's
Right.
really,
Cause
why
of
do you
injury.
think there's so few stairs? People just keep falling down them. There's one step somewhere on this entire planet, and 70 people die there every day.
Life, Rallis,
The murder step.
we're thinking about opening the doors to the elevator and climbing up the shaft. What are you guys thinking?
From bumbling around this sort of like general prison section, from like to and from the mess hall and medic bay and workshop and stuff, would I actually know what's in this direction?
Yeah, that's the guard's break room.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's good.
Hey,
Let's do that.
before we go, let's go. Let's go and let's How'd the cameras go? Did you fix the thing? And I just pointed the general direction of the room.
I'll again. What's it? So looking at the facility, the cameras are down. Big power outage. The explosion we heard was down at the main reactor, and it's basically caused a facility-wide issues. Pretty much we're on our own in here. Elevators down, ventilation's down, lights, as you can tell, are down. So really, we need to get things back up and running. But if you guys want to check out that guard room, I'll take a look at this elevator and see what I can do.
If we want to tangle with the guard, we're probably gonna want, a bit of
Some reinforcements.
yeah. I would say
Yeah,
the meat shield, but Nas, do you think you can do your talkie thing?
I'm good at the store and such, but for real fireband, you gotta look at Lev.
Live? You think you can talk some sense into some of the other prisoners? Maybe get some, fresh blood?
I think we can inspire the masses.
Right.
We've got to have something inspiring for them to look towards them.
Weapons.
Free them.
The tools to free ourselves from salvation.
Free ourselves from salvation.
We have some salvation.
To
So you-
seize salvation, I don't know. Something
To
inspirational. Put it
seize
in
the
there.
means of production.
Seize the means of
Freedom.
theirs.
Vive le Revolut. What?
I quickly run to my room, get my toilet paper, and roll out as it just has the entirety Max Manifesto and start reading it aloud.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And here I thought he was going for the French flag.
Wait. You had toilet paper?
That's not appropriate.
but it's true.
We'll just
And
fix
we're
it
all
in
about
post.
the truth here.
We'll just fix it in post. It'll be fine.
What post? It's just onion.
We'll just bleep it out very loudly. Just the fork one.
Sure.
Yes.
Alright, so
Let's go and inform our brothers of the good news.
where is everybody? They're in the cafeteria or something.
Well, they're taking the grub while they can.
Motherfuckers.
Why would you actively want more of that food?
Are these doors like openable or?
They are currently not powered, but you could probably just force them open.
I'm gonna wrench them open with my break.
Okay, give me a strength test.
Uh-oh. Are you sure? Can I not take athletic?
Yeah, athletics would do as well. If someone helps you, you can get a plus 10.
Ah, well. My
I also
amazing
love
strength.
the fact that Nast is like
50
6 foot
50
something
chance.
and cannot do it because he has like 25 strength.
Yeah, but I have 40 toughness.
That's fair.
50 50 chance, guys. Here we go.
I believe in you.
I don't. Oh my god!
Way.
See, his belief means more than yours.
Wait, no, I added a 50 to that. I failed.
What?
I failed. I rolled a 59. My target was 50.
Wait, you could
not
spend. No, you don't have any fate points
I
to
don't have any
spend.
fate points left.
Do you know what? Just for the sake of actually advancing the plot, I'll just say that you can have that.
We'll just spend an hour just kicking in the door.
Because Jin is there as well. So I'll break the rules of the game temporarily and say that you can have a plus 20 for two
Oh no,
people
you can
helping
have you can have up to 2 people, but no more than 2 people can help you.
Either way.
Yeah.
So,
We get the door
you
open.
wrench the doors to the cafeteria open and reveals inside what looks like a brawl took place. The 3 guards that are usually stationed in there along the long wall to the south side of the map are dead. They have been beaten to death, either with their bare hands or people have smashed their faces in with, serving trays.
I'm so proud of my dead brothers.
Alright, lads.
Yeah, you notice that half the prisoners who were in here when the power went out are dead as well. Either bludgeoned with these stun batons, some of them have gunshot wounds as well.
Lucian, seems you got your work cut out for you.
They're all
a
dead, aren't
necromancer.
they?
They are quite noticeably dead.
All of them? Not anybody wounded? No one taken alive?
No.
Alright.
I mean, I'll just double check, but
Okay, you don't even have to roll, they're definitely dead.
What's going on in here then?
Fucking riot, isn't it? It's like you said, Brother Nast, we're seizing the means of production!
Well done!
Hey, what do you think? the guard's break room is just on the other side of here. We can get in
Fucking
there.
hell!
Let's do it!
Ah! A lot of
and
incoherent screaming.
That was the
however many,
easiest
5?
introduction we've ever had.
Yeah, these 5 prisoners basically rush off towards the guard's break room.
Oh fuck
I drop
yeah!
a pistol and join them.
Yeah, I'm joining them as well.
Are there any
The bodies.
equipment left on the guards?
Sorry?
Is there any equipment left on the guards?
Yep, they're all carrying a stub-automatic shock baton and the ballistic vest.
Maybe we
Yeah,
should have
pretty
armed the
armored.
prisoners before we send them off to battle.
Ah.
No matter.
They were apparently a little bit too motivated to think, we should probably pick those things up so we don't get shot.
Me too.
I would like
Well,
to.
I'm in front, and I don't have my...
I'll pick up the shock baton and the pistol.
Yeah, there's 3 shock batons available, 3 stub automatics, and 3 flak vests, which is 3 armor to the body. Just
I am
Sweet.
mediocre at both of those weapon types, so either one would be fine. So we have 6, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us.
Yeah, but I already am armored.
You
so it's
already
fine.
have a weapon, right? Okay.
And I'm too busy charging the guard room on
Alright,
armor
okay.
to take up armor. I joined the frenzy.
So
It's
was it Jin took a?
He took the baton and the flak vest, didn't you?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Right. On your character sheet, Evan, if you go to the main sheet, the armor is down here towards the bottom. It's below your characteristics, your movement. There's a section for body where it says AR. Just put a 3 in there. Just no, Nast, no.
Oh
Yes, Nast.
yeah.
So just so I know, who has taken what weapons from those corpses?
I'll take a pistol.
Okay, that's 1 pistol.
How many pistols are there?
3.
I will definitely take a pistol.
Okay, it's 2. There's 1 left.
Jin has it.
I'm not
Okay,
aware
so
of
3.
them, so
Okay, and who's taken the flak armor? I know Jin's got 1.
Just
Lave, you gonna take 1?
Yeah, sure. I'll take one.
Lucian?
Take one what?
The
Flak
flak
armor.
vest.
Oh, definitely.
Alright, cool. So that's all taken, and if anybody wants the shot baton, there's 2 left.
Is it considered a daemon weapon?
No. It's definitely not considered a demon weapon.
God damn.
Imagine if the
Okay.
guards were armored fucking
Demon weapons? What the hell? Yeah, as Life says, it's currently in the Eye of Terror.
No. That's what the pain is. It's a slash weapon. Slash
Oh
demon
my
weapon.
god, that's right. Right, okay. So, back at the gate, the door to the guard's break room,
gate
who is
is
going to force open the door?
Definitely not Ronan.
When you say force, could it be security? If so, then Ronan, help.
Yes, it would be security here.
Can I help? Because I'm not trained.
No, you can't. I'll give you a +10 though. Just the difficulty.
That means it's almost a 50-50. Oh no.
Oh,
I should probably
no.
reroll that. I assume this door is too strong to just be kicked in.
To be just kicked in, yes, but you could probably force it open with enough people.
Define enough people.
I mean,
The
you've
5
got 5 meat shields there. I mean, you've got 5 fellow prisoners there.
red shirts.
Brothers in arms.
No, they
Orange
haven't got
jumpsuits.
blood on it yet. It's not red shirt yet. Yeah, let's just force it open, considering I don't want to spend my fate points yet.
I
Right,
want to
okay.
do something really fucked. So
Again?
just before they're gonna like force open everything, and say, "Right, lads, we're gonna get in there. Any guard in our way, we know they've treated us like shit the entire time, right? So what we're doing, we get in there, we break their bloody necks, take their shit, we storm this prison, we get the fuck off this world. You right?
Yeah!
I'm gonna start like, you know,
I scream in agreement.
I'm gonna start like patting them on the face with my bloody hands, so like they have like blood marks on down them to put them in jail.
Ronan,
Yeah?
do you have charm, command? Do you have any interaction skills?
I have intimidate.
Okay, tell you what, give me a flat intimidation check.
I have deception. Can I help?
No. Okay. Never
Fuck.
mind.
Okay.
Okay.
What
so
was
do
the
you just
armor
want-
value of the flak vest? Sorry.
3.
Gotcha.
So do you just want the prisoners to break the door open now?
Yeah.
Yeah, gladly.
Okay.
They've all got blood on their face now as well.
No.
No.
He
Actually,
patted
no,
them.
some of them are a bit splattered with blood, considering they.
No, I patted them on the face with my hands.
Oh well, then yes, most of them are.
Yeah,
definitely
I was
bloody.
like, come on, we're gonna do this sort of thing, you know, like putting heads together, screaming.
Okay. So, these guys push
Can
forward.
I
and they basically
inspire?
You kind of missed your chance now.
Sorry about that.
These guys rush forward and they basically start just grabbing a hold of the door wherever they can, and they just start heaving. And like 3 or 4 of them grab a hold and start pulling it apart. And they do actually open up an entrance into the room.
Oh.
Nice.
And they are immediately shot at by 3 guys.
Yeah, I expected us just exploding gold.
Okay, so he hits. Okay, so the top 2 hit. You see that these guys are holding not just their bog standard pistols, but they've actually got rifles.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so these guys aren't gonna dodge.
Storming the beaches of Normandy. No.
No,
There's
no,
more
no,
tactics in Normandy.
no. The point is not. They had guns as well. These
Yeah,
guys
no.
don't. They
We
have
just-
blood on their faces.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so that guy does 4 points of damage to him. So he hasn't got any protection, so he takes 1 point damage.
Nice.
Okay, and then this guy. Okay, 7, so he takes.
We are definitely gonna need Lucian.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Right! Let's roll some initiative.
Oh
Hey,
no. I don't have
Ronan,
any
quickly
fate
spend
points.
your last
Spend
fate
my
point.
last fate point. Oh wait.
Oh, wait, I can't. I don't have any left.
I rolled a 9.
Do you need me to, since I'm not really involved?
Do you want to be involved?
Not really, I'm going to tinker on the elevator.
Okay. Tinker with the elevator.
That sounds like a safe alternative.
Uh-oh.
Unlike being in the front line of like the group that's just getting mowed down by rifle fire.
Has everybody rolled?
Yeah.
Okay,
think so.
right. Nas, what's your agility?
4.
Okay, right, you go first.
Would I get cover if I like went behind
Hold
any of
up,
these
roll
things?
20 squash.
That is relevant.
Yes.
Anyway.
And we're back. Okay, so now that those technical issues have been resolved, Nast, you can get cover if you hide behind the large fridges or the sofa.
I reenact the Indiana Jones and hide behind the fridge. And
I was hiding
You
in
lose
that's
the fate points for making a terrible reference.
Aw.
No, okay, so that's your half action. You can shoot someone if you want.
Yeah, I would like to have action shoot. Do they all have rifles?
The top 2 have rifles, the bottom 1 has a pistol.
Alright, then I'll shoot at rifle boys.
Alright, cool.
Top 1.
You will qualify as being in short range.
Hey, so that's a plus 10, isn't it?
Yep.
And I assume, well, single shot. I'll take a
Roll
single
plus
shot.
10.
Plus 20.
I assume no all-out attack with a pistol.
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah, I think that's that.
Cool.
50-50. Ooh,
You hit.
hey.
Now let's see if he dodges.
That's half the battle.
He does not dodge. Roll damage
That's
for me.
still half of the battle. And now for the third half of the battle. Let's
The
What's he
third half.
damage? Oh my god!
Minimum damage.
It doesn't
So,
have the quite same ring to it, does it? Minimum damage.
yeah, I should have gotten my femur. This
Okay.
pistol's bullshit.
It's not amazing, I'll be honest, but
Guns of a
A
pussy.
weapon.
It is a weapon.
yeah, so you are not used to handling firearms, or at least you're a bit out of practice. So as you sort of slam against the wall behind the fridge, you sort of bring up your commandeered weapon, kind of loose a shot off towards that guy. You do see the bullet impact him in the leg.
Hey.
I think that's
Wait, he does not have armor.
not in the leg. And you see a bit of blood come out. He looks disgruntled, but
Oh, you shot my leg. I am.
Ow! My leg. That hurt.
ow, that's how dare you? How
What
dare
is
you,
with
sir?
you guys and legs?
I think I'll shoot at you. How dare I?
Oh, Kyle died again.
I'm here again.
No, he's back. Right. So. who's
I was
turn?
reloading.
It is now the prisoners, and the prisoners can charge 9 meters. Are they in range?
No, they're exactly 10. Oh, actually, they can go right in front of them. No, actually, 9
Nope.
is here.
That's
They
can only
ridiculous.
full
That's really
move.
funny.
They can only full move to them unless they want to run. But running will have to make them, they have to move farther than that, and they might get into melee, which makes the other people.
So they might as well hide behind the chairs and couches as to
Oh
move.
no! They have been worked up into a further by
Callister.
and Nast. So they're literally just going to advance towards the guards.
Oh no.
Wait, if they're in
1, 2,
melee range,
3,
that means the
4.
guards can't shoot them though.
No. If they
Right.
full move, they won't be in melee range.
What if they run though?
If they run, then they'll be in melee range.
There we
Isn't
go.
the full move just them walking slightly fast?
Well, yeah, but they're then not in range for a charge or a. and they
Yeah,
can't
but if
move
it
far
run
enough.
up to them, wouldn't they be in melee? I don't
The
know. I don't care.
nomenclature regarding that is run is a fucking full out sprint. A full move is like quick movement. It's
Ah, that's true. That's true.
anyway, right. So
So it's now Callister.
oh no. So
Charge
my
them.
movement is no, I only have 9 meters. So it's
Yeah.
definitely not gonna happen.
Did I stutter though?
Did I stutter? Those chairs are not gonna. Actually, no, because that's 6 meters away. I can't. Can I use that table as cover, or this chair?
The chair will give you very minimal cover.
It is cover, however.
Oh, that's
Also,
3
don't
meters.
forget you've got the meat shield cover. What are the guards going to prioritize?
Fair enough. I could go to there. If I went to here next turn, no. Yeah. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I can get to there.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah. It's because I'm moving full move. Nice little yellow lines as well.
Yay! Right, Jin, you're up.
How do you do that
So,
distance?
Right click
oh,
when
do
you
you
hold
want
the
to
token.
know how to actually get the?
Yeah, that.
So okay, so what you do is the bar to the to the left has like a mouse, a paintbrush, magnifying glass. Underneath that is a circle with like what looks like a comb, I suppose, in it. If you click that and you just hover over snap to center, if you left click anywhere on the map and hold it and drag it around, you'll see that a ruler appears. What you can do then is you can right click areas to add a second one. Oh, I've done something wrong now. There we go. Yeah, you can right click and still hold to make more. All right, guys, stop, please.
Stop.
Yeah, so that would be 5 meters to get behind there. To get behind that sofa.
Isn't it only 4?
No, because there's a door.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Ah.
through it.
You have to go through.
Just run hard enough. Kool-Aid it.
Oh yeah.
That is not what I said.
I'll do a half move.
Half move can get you to there.
Oh.
Caw.
And then I will use my pistol and aim for the second guard with a rifle.
This guy.
Correct.
Okay, yep, go ahead. So you're in short range, but since you've took a half action to move, you can't aim, so it's just a short range standard attack. Do you want to fire on single or semi-auto? If you fire at single, it's a plus 10 to hit. If you fire at semi, it's just a flat check, but depending on how well you hit, you could hit up to 3 times. I think. Is that the right one?
Yeah, you said 3 on the thing.
Yeah, up to 3 times.
I'll do semi.
Okay. You should have all the relevant options in your drop down. Have you got the stub profiled in your
Yes.
character sheet? Okay, yeah. So just check it all the boxes.
0 modifier, correct?
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Nice. Okay, so that's 2 hits.
That should have used more than one ammo.
It
Because
should
you
have.
fired semi-automatic.
I'll check the APR and that stuff later, but just remember you've got 6 shots remaining in that pistol. Okay. That guy has already tried to dodge, so both of them hit. Roll damage
Nice.
twice for me.
Not 7 shots remaining.
No, because you still fire 3 if you're firing semi-automatic.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
The
2.
amount that's there, and you missed 1.
Roll again.
Okay, let's have a look. Where did you hit?
Let's go to the multiple hits.
It's 51, so it starts on body, so it goes body then arm, right?
Body.
Your
Body.
It's body.
Body.
First hits body, second hits body.
Okay.
Body.
Right, in that
What
case,
about
you see
heads and
both of the shots just kind of impact on his chest, and it doesn't look like he's been hurt.
Oof.
Oof.
These
That's the big
shots.
oof.
Okay. Lucian.
Get in there.
I mean,
Or
technically, I
don't.
think...
Short range is a what? Is it still a plus
50.
10?
Yep.
Alright. Half action aim is a plus 20.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go for the one that's already been hurt.
That guy again. Okay. Okay.
That is 50. So it's 1, 50, 40, 30. So that would be 3.8 degrees of success, which means you hit twice.
What I love about this is the fact that Ronan has been running 40k games for so long, he just instinctively does all the math for me. It's great.
That's why he's here.
The worst
Yeah,
thing is that it's Death Watch as well, so there's that
Yeah.
much math. That's what's
Yeah.
that much math.
Right, that guy's already... Yeah, okay, so I can say he's already dodged, so you hit twice already.
Oh,
so
God!
I believe that's also... That goes arm, body, doesn't it?
22
22's.
is 22. Arm.
Arm.
Yeah, second hits are always the same as the first.
Okay, cool. So that's...
Let's see if I can disarm him.
Great. Okay, so that goes 5 and then... Right, okay, so he drops to... -2.
-2 to the arm with impact.
Yep.
That's the violent euthanasia.
Now's the time where the combat completely slows down, as the game expects us to look up several.
Yay, tables!
Yay!
Everyone loves a good table.
Table.
Energy, explosive, impact, crit on the arm.
Damn it, he found it before me.
The strike leaves a deep bruise, possibly causing minor fractures in the arm. Plus, that was 1 level of fatigue.
Oof.
Not the fatigue.
Okay, right. Prison guard's turn. So let's start with the guy on top.
Remember
he
one has
is-
fatigue.
This guy has fatigue. I shall put him as that face there. So the top guy is going to basically pull up his rifle, aim at the column of prisoners advancing towards him, and just pull the trigger until it stops working. So 10 for short
Too bad that
range.
wasn't one. He would have dropped his rifle.
Yeah. So he's got... Oh, Jesus. So he completely fucking misses.
Oh, Lord.
The guy below him, who is the fatigued guy, is going to do the exact same thing. And also misses.
Perfect.
Completely exactly the same thing.
Exactly the same result. Yeah, and they're even outside of point blank range, so that doesn't make a difference. The bottom guy only has a pistol, but he is going to do the exact same thing on the 3 advancing towards him, towards the bottom of the room.
Pew pew.
He also misses.
Look,
Yay!
brothers. We are.
These. Leif?
Quantity is equality, all on its own.
Come on, Lev.
Especially when people can't shoot. Besides, also shotgun or rifle.
Rifle.
I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Can
Can I see him through there? Like peeking around the corner?
My issue is that's right on the corner, and Lucius is in the way, and through a door, and over a table.
Okay. I'm happy to move.
Just shoot Lucian in the back of the head. Whoopsie.
Yeah, so if you move, you can get a...
Think about the web, it's Lucian.
Look at the flowers, Lucian.
But
I'll
we're
go here.
Oh, prison bodies.
Hey,
if,
let's
you
move.
move, if you just move in front of Lucius towards the door, what's your move?
Wait, yeah, if I was gonna say, can I stack?
If you-
If
you
I
just
like
move
stack
in
up,
front of Lucian, you can still...
like here.
You'd have to move like down one to be able to see the top two.
Here?
I would allow that, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll shoot the guy on the left.
Okay.
Sorry, just pulling this up.
So the guy who currently isn't critically wounded.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna roll to hit, right?
Yep. All the relevant stuff should be in the drop downs. For
No half aim. Submit. Short range.
Yep.
Submit. Standard.
Yep.
No modifiers. Submit.
Nope.
Single.
Oh, nice.
Was that semi-automatic?
Single shot.
Okay.
Okay, roll down. Oh, hang on, let me see if he dodges, because this guy hasn't yet.
Oh yeah, true. I'm using up his dodges tactically.
He does not dodge. Roll damage
Fuck.
for me.
Fucking radical cunt.
Language.
What?
Oh, right, roll another blood
Boom!
for me.
Roll a what? A ballistics check.
Well, roll
Yeah.
the other 2 damage first, I would think.
He did single shot.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. So what is
So
it?
you.
Sorry, ballistics check.
Yeah, because you
Do
rolled
another
damage.
ballistics. Yeah, another ballistics check with all the same modifiers you just used, and if you succeed, you get to roll another d10.
You
He
don't-
failed.
Wait.
Rip.
No.
No.
Oh no, he passed because he was supposed to have the same.
No.
No, he should have. He should have had a 55, and you rolled a 54.
So
So
yeah,
you passed. So roll another d10.
Oh fuck me.
what?
Kyle? Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Righteously missed.
Okay, so let's have a look. You rolled a 27, so reverse that is 72. 72, I believe, is the left leg.
I've got this, boys. Don't worry.
We really hate God's legs. We just shoot the kneecaps out.
My leg.
The enemy of all legs.
Yeah. Right leg.
My
Right
leg. Impact to the right
Oh.
leg. What is
Yeah,
it?
impact.
He doesn't have armor there.
So that goes down to...
Look at that 13 damage. Holy shit.
Okay, so -2 critical on the leg.
A grazing strike against the leg slows the target. The target's movement is reduced by half, rounding up, for 1 round. He must make a challenging +0 toughness test, or he is stunned for 1 round in fall phase. Oh, in fall prone, excuse me. I have my text really low, I don't know why.
So he's prone.
Yes! It's the
Stunned.
Terminator all over again. 1 leg wound equals 1 death. Such a good time.
He's also
Yeah.
stunned.
He is also stunned.
Radical.
Okay.
That's
so
basically him dead. So I got the
Now... Oh,
first.
he is going to get so deaded at the start of this round. Because
He's
it's
going to
now...
get stomped on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nast's
And
your-
his mate must be pissed.
I have a question. Since I have 12 charge, can I jump on the table and try and stab them with my femur? Because I really want to kill people with my femur.
You have to
in
go
this
through 3
situation,
people.
I would let you move through the allies.
Alright. So that would just be trying that guy and I would be stabbing that guy.
Yes.
Let's take the guy who's still up.
Okay, go for it.
Charge is just +2, right? +20, sorry.
Yeah, +20.
Alright, 50-50.
I believe in you.
Come on, knifey fun.
I believe in a thing.
Yes!
Nice.
I see you're familiar with Knifey Spoony as well.
And 91 is left leg.
Hang on, let me see if he dodges first.
Oh.
He does not.
What is wrong with our leg thing? Like, seriously.
Why is it
How
always the
wounded does-
leg?
How wounded does he look?
He is bleeding profusely.
Nah, it's not worth spending a fate point. It's definitely not worth spending a fate point.
Yeah.
It's just 1d5 plus 1.
I thought it was -1.
It's -1 but plus my strength. So
Plus
that
2.
equals
Yeah,
plus
gotcha.
1. Fuck!
He's
So
definitely not dead.
You give him an unfortunate femur scratch. You scratch him in the femur with your femur.
With your femur, yeah.
Yo, dog, who like female?
Yeah. So that unfortunately does nothing to this
Yeah,
gentleman.
the log of the femur has turned.
Yeah. So now
It's
we're
a
on to
fickle
the
mistress.
prisoners. They are going
Hungry?
to charge. Like that guy's going to charge into that guy. That guy's going to charge into that guy. That guy's going to charge into that guy. How far away is that guy? Yep, that's charging range. Charge. How far away is this guy?
They should all be in
Charge
charge.
distance.
Yeah, they're all within what I would describe as.
Ah,
charging
glorious.
range.
We kept all of our little men. This is great.
Yeah. Right, let's see
What
how
a good
many of them
time.
actually hit. So, what's the bonus for hitting someone who's stunned?
Isn't it
20.
plus 20? Yeah.
Right,
20.
what's the bonus for hitting someone who's stunned and prone?
Yes.
Plus melee, that becomes plus 30.
And they're all charging.
Yep, so I believe that's a total of plus 80 to hit. Well, plus 60.
Is it maxes out?
Yeah.
So, this
And
guy.
also outnumbered and a lot.
Technically, they're not attacking the same person. The
Well,
top, the
okay.
fight I'm dealing with at the top, at least.
Okay.
Okay, so that guy hits, shockingly enough.
Nice.
Shocking.
5
I knew our faith in these guys was well placed.
plus. That's just
Oh.
1d5. Okay, he actually does damage.
Shit.
What is -3 impact to the body? Let's have a look. The attack breaks a rib and the target is knocked prone. It's also stunned for a round.
Oh wow.
Right. Okay, now the guy below him attacking the guy that...
He gets a bonus for me being in melee as well. I'm
Yes, he
helping.
does. So he's at plus 20, 30, plus 40. Definitely hits. Okay, so now let me roll damage.
So Sean, I expect you to have names for all of these NPCs.
Really?
I hope when we see at the end of when we get to Space Marines and some of them survive, I hope some of them actually get to become Space Marines as well.
Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so that guy manages to basically kick this guy. Well, actually, hang on, 32. That's arm. He brings his fist around, and he clubs him in the arm, but not just do anything serious.
Hey, he might do a high kick, just.
He might do. Okay, so now.
Oh my god, we're in prison with Bruce Lee.
Okay, so the bottom three. That guy's gonna have plus 20, 30, plus 40 as well. He hits. Hang on, does the other guy dodge? Nope. Right, okay, so damage on this guy is... Okay, where does he hit? 68, that's body, so the body armor takes it. Second guy is going to attack, definitely hits. Damage, does nothing no matter where he hits. And third guy is going to go in, definitely hits, and the damage does nothing. Yay, not arming the meat shield. Okay, Callister, you're up.
Alright. Who
Rip and tear, brother. Rip and tear.
Who looks the least fucked up?
The guy on
The
the
bottom one.
Does he have like any wounds taken at all?
No.
Oh wow.
He's demoralized though, which is good.
I would say he's emotionally concerned by the fact he's being mobbed by prisoners. But apart
Yes.
from that,
And his
physically
two mates.
speaking-
And his two mates are likely dead.
I can charge over that.
Physically speaking, he is in an emotional turmoil.
Tippity top.
That's over a table. I don't want to do that, so I can charge to that.
Yeah.
Alright, so I charge to there, screaming bloody murder, leap over, I leap over Nass, like a,
I high five him.
yeah, I high five him back with my foot, and I go to pummel this dude with my bare.
Do you not have the shock baton?
I do, but I don't want to use it.
Okay, go for
It's
it.
the same reason I'm using a femur rather than a pistol.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
It's the principal shot.
Alright,
say
so
nothing. You guys are the deranged serial paths. Serial paths?
serial pass.
Serial paths.
There's a reason we
serial
weren't
killings
prison.
and psychopaths. Yeah.
So outnumbering 3 to 1, so that's plus 20. No aim. Attack type is a charge. I can all-out attack on a charge.
No, all attack is a full action.
You can combine them. Ever since Black Crusade
Really?
came about, in 2nd edition, you can combine swift attacks, all-out attacks, and whatever with charges. It's weird.
Surely you need preternatural speed for that, though, right?
You need
No.
preternatural speed for lightning attacks.
The way that we have it set up, I think they don't even have that anymore in.
No. That's not in
Second
2nd edition. 2nd edition doubles charge speed. In 2nd edition, I just kept it thing in Death Watch, but we don't need to talk about that. So, just gonna charge.
Go for it.
Standard attack, then it's plus 20 for outnumbering 3 to 1, and that's what it maxes out at.
Yeah, and the rework that I did included both of the setups. So you have lightning attack if you take preternatural speed, and
Okay, cool. Well,
Okay.
that definitely hits.
So, yeah, that's
8
definitely.
degrees. Holy
I
shit.
know, right? If only I had swift attack.
What
Go for a
role
hit.
did you take?
What did I roll?
No, what role did you take? Like, are you an assassin or are you a warrior?
Warrior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rip.
So I got rapid reloader iron.
Yeah. I was thinking about your special ability, but you also don't have any fate points left, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Do I need to spend a fate point for that?
Yep.
That's why I
Yep.
spend a fate point to do more damage when I like roll really well.
Oh, did you take assassin?
That's
Expert
why I
advantage.
stabbed that guy to death.
Expert
Oh.
advantage. Anyway. So damage. A whole 8 damage!
Nice.
61, so that's body. Okay.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Actually takes damage.
I know, right? And that's with my bare hand.
Imagine
Yeah,
if you hit him in the
punch so hard,
face.
you like feel. I don't know. He takes damage. You punch
His
him,
heart
he takes
explodes.
damage. I would say you feel a rib cracking, but I'm fairly sure that's a critical, and you didn't crit, so. Eh.
I'm gonna
Well,
eat your
well,
fucking
Jacob,
eyes out!
Lovely. Jin, you're up.
Join the fun.
Where to move where I can have a clean shot?
There is no clean shot.
There's
on me.
no clean shots.
Nothing
left.
about this room is clean anymore.
Yeah.
If you go
You can
there,
stand on the table.
Yeah.
Get some verticality.
There's still a chance you're gonna hit one of us in melee combat. as a-
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'd say
Only if you
they're,
miss.
I would say they're expendable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't
Especially
hit me.
Ronan.
It's what? How dare you?
He already has a broken arm. Like it's like a horse. Just put him out of
Yeah.
his misery.
Lucian will fix you.
Lucian can fix anything.
Even the bullet in the back of your head.
I think that's 1 meter more than you can move. You were there, right? No, you're fine. Sorry, carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on, wayward son.
Precisely that. I really want some fucking.
You really want some fucking?
I was gonna say you
It
really need
was-
to finish that sentence, Kyle.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna say something like desserty. I've got like a big ice cream, like a minty Viennetta in the freezer, but I don't like it. I don't like ice cream.
I'll have it.
I don't really like Viennetta, to be honest. Look at that.
Okay. Were you firing
Holy shit.
single or semi-auto? Jin?
Single shots.
Oh, okay, cool. Right. The guy's already tried to dodge this turn, so it already hits. So roll damage for me. 12 damage, and you rolled 31, which reverses to 13, which I'm fairly sure is the right arm.
Yes.
Okay. So, 12 points of damage to the right arm.
I'm listening to Die Motherfucker, Die Motherfucker, Die.
That fits a lot more.
I'm not listening to anything, so I can properly hear all of your voices.
That's just really.
Okay, so -1 impact to the arm. The attack shakes the target's limb with a powerful blow, causing him to drop anything he held in that hand. So I'll say he drops his gun.
He's right-handed, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Right then. That's that. Lucian.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch because at this point I'm not gonna try to shoot into melee combat.
Have a park on the sofa. Chill out. We'll have a chat.
just sit down and watch as people just beat guards to death.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Are
Run
you
over
not
to that sofa.
entertained?
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all deserve to be here in prison.
Lave, what is your agility?
It's like 25, dude.
Okay, guards go first. That guy is stunned and prone this turn, so he's not going to do anything. That
Perfect.
guy is
Also
having
prone.
A point. No, he's not.
Well, the guy from top. Top.
The top guy is stunned and prone.
Yes.
The second guy is
Fatigued.
Is also prone, right? When he got
No,
charged?
just fatigued. Yeah, he got
Oh, just
charged, but not
fatigued.
prone.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
okay. So he is actually going to take an action.
God,
action.
Ra.
He is no. He's going to try to put his shock baton and smack the guard, the prisoner in front of him.
I thought you said the card next to him to wake him up.
Wake up! Sorry, just realized I'm still asleep. Yeah, no. So that attack misses.
That's
The
fantastic.
bottom guy is going to basically do the same thing.
Is he gonna cry?
Pull out
Are
his
you crying?
and try to hit Callister.
No!
Perfect.
Because you actually did damage to him, unlike these three.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
With
you're
his
clearly
left
was that
hand?
dangerous.
And fluffs it. Lave, you're
Flops it? Oh.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna sit
myth.
on the sofa next to Lucian.
Oh my god.
Hey man, how you doing?
You should spend your action turning the sofa so you can just watch straight at him so you don't have to crane
Oh.
your neck.
Yeah, I'll shuffle around a bit.
What is this game?
I'm loving the hyper-violent prison break we're having here.
I know,
Oh, it's
right?
fantastic.
Okay. Background to Nast.
If I decide to try and aim at like the guard's head, what does that do
That's a
for
cold
like hitting?
shot.
It's a cold shot. It's
So that's a negative 20 full action attack.
Wait, what?
It's a negative
no
20
thanks.
full action attack.
Full action? No.
if you just ambiguously aim at him, that's a +10.
Yeah, I'll just ambiguously aim.
If you all
Single
it's
attack.
+30.
Outnumbered,
That's another +10.
so +40.
Yep.
Hey,
Can't miss.
let's see if I can hit anywhere not in the body.
Get him in the fucking eye.
46, I think
Fairly
that's
sure.
in the body.
Let's not hit the body. Hit the body.
Well, if you do
I
like
could basically.
one point of damage-
He has 3 armor and he has 2 toughness, which means I need to roll a 5 to do damage. Yeehaw.
Mhm.
Okay, hang on, let me see if he dodges. He doesn't dodge.
Oh, I'd hope he dodged, so I at least wasted it.
No, I mean, he tries to dodge, but he fails.
Yeah. It's just I just scratch his armor a bit more.
Yeah.
Eh.
Okay.
God, if I only had a better weapon, like a gun.
Yeah. So the prisoner on the top is going to basically stamp on the guy who's currently prone on the ground.
God!
Fails.
He misses the unconscious
John's
prone
reaction
guard.
to that.
I feel like he should be considered helpless if he's unconscious or prone.
What's a critical failure for attacking unarmed?
He breaks his knuckles.
Stubs his
I don't
hand.
think there is any
Little
penalty.
finger.
He steps on the gun and shoots himself.
Unless it's a negative,
He
unless it's
punched
a
himself
natural
in the
100. Unless it's a natural 100, I don't think there are any penalties.
Literally couldn't be any closer to a natural 100 unless it was one. He rolled a 99.
Jesus. No, so unless
He
the
twists his
weapon
ankle as he stamps on the guy's head.
Goes to stamp on this guy to try to like break his ribs and pierce his lungs with his own bones, and just starts square dancing. Just gets distracted. I don't know. Okay, the guy below him is going to try to punch the guy who's currently brawling with Nast as well.
I mean, you could go the opposite way, where he hits someone and it does no damage to him, but he says, "Hit me harder," in like a seductive sort of.
No,
Maybe. So that guy actually does hit.
Hey,
we are not. We are
24,
not.
so that's...
We are not fucking another guy.
42, that's also the body.
No, 24.
Oh, 24, alright.
That's an arm.
That's the.
And does
oh,
no damage.
left arm.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be a long combat, Sean.
Why do you think I'm sitting down?
Okay, so guard number 1. Sorry, no, prisoner number 1 attacking guard number 3.
Misses again.
Yep.
Whiff. Just keep rolling.
No, hang on. Yeah, so he actually swings to punch that guard and actually connects with the other prisoner.
Oh.
Yeah, he rolled a 100. Does
Oh.
no damage.
Whoops.
Okay, so the guard
Just
sorry,
taps him in
prisoner-
the face.
No, just like punches him. So the prisoner that has just been punched is still going to try to attack the guard.
Are you okay, Sean?
And the last prisoner actually hits. Let me see.
Hey.
Oh my god, what?
He might just do damage if he hits anywhere not in the body. And then there's a 50-50 chance he'll do damage.
The guard does not dodge. Yes!
Does he crit?
He's got no fate points, he can't.
Quickly, somebody burn a fate point to give him a fate point.
That's not how it works. I'm not allowing that. However,
Oh.
he hit him in the head.
Yes!
Sucker punch him. Fuck that guard up.
This guy...
Uppercuts his head off.
Oh! So, -6 impact to the head.
Oh my god.
It.
The
Minus.
target's head is snapped back by the attack, leaving it staggered and trying to control his mind-numbing pain. The target is stunned for 1d5 rounds, knocked backwards 1d5 meters.
Jesus.
So he's stunned for 4 rounds and knocked back a meter. Which then knocks him into Callister, so he's not going anywhere. So I'm going to put him prone. So he's prone. As he's basically just knocked back. And to make it a challenging test, or be knocked prone, but I'm giving him that anyway. Okay.
Holy shit. He did more damage than we did.
This guy's officially getting a name.
Yes.
Yes.
Sucker Punch McGee.
No, it's going to be much more realistic. I'll find a pen later. I'll make a note of his name later.
Knuckle
I'm gonna-
crack.
I'm gonna stomp on this dude's head.
Okay, we're back
Don't miss
around.
and fuck it up like that guy.
I know.
Oh, that should have actually been Nast's turn. So Nast can go now.
No, I already did my turn because I have a faster agility than that. So
Oh,
when
yeah,
it goes to
that's
that
right,
turn,
okay.
I do my first.
Callister,
Well, I gladly
please-
attack again if you want.
Okay.
No,
So
please proceed to stamp on this dude's head.
yeah, I'm just gonna make an all-out attack. All-out attack against a stun target, which is a +20.
Alright, that's the thing you can do.
Prone.
And prone, which grabs another 10.
Gang up.
So it maxes at 60.
Yep.
Like
Yes,
running this.
hit. Watch me get a nat 100. All-out attacks are full action, so no aim. All-out, submit, modifier, +30, because that's what it maxes out at. Oh!
Holy shit.
Watch
Oh,
the
you should spend
damage
the
be
fate points
shit
to
now.
attack. No, 11 degrees of damage.
6. The whole 6 damage.
So you roll a 6, which is 60.
Hits the body. Does it do any damage at all? Wait! Hold on! Hold on, there's a thing in Black Crusade that I might be able to call upon. But I don't know if you're allowed.
Tell me what it is.
So, there's a thing, it says that it allows heretics, whenever they roll damage, they can, what do you call it? I know heretics, right? But that's just what they refer to the player characters as.
Tell me more.
Yeah, so, what it is, it's really fucking obscure, right?
Go on.
But I will be able to find it. So, what it is, you can,
Do you know what?
when you're rolling
Roland,
an attack.
hang on.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling generous and I want to wrap this up within the next sort of half an hour, 45 minutes.
Uh-huh.
How about this? Let's say
Okay.
you didn't do an all-out attack. Let's say you did a cold shot to the head.
No, this is a thing, though.
Yeah, and we'll cover that later when we're not in the middle of a game.
Right,
Let's
okay.
say you did a cold shot to the head, because that's specifically what you said
You'll
you
allow
would
that?
like to do. Yes.
Okay.
So, reduce your target by 50. So you
I
have to
still
roll
hit.
a 55, but you still hit.
Okay.
So, what is what's he on damage-wise? He's on
-6.
He was
So that's
on
-7.
He's now on 9 impact crit to the head.
Oh, I think that kills him.
The target's head bursts like an overripe fruit and sprays blood, bone, and brains in all directions. Anyone within 4 meters must make an agility test or suffer a -10 penalty to their weapon skill or ballistic skill.
As a note, that's out here. That's like.
However, that does say it's as gore and blood spatters into their eyes and visors. He's on the
Oh.
floor, so I'm going to say that doesn't qualify.
Okay.
Oh.
However, he is quite dead.
Did you stomp his head? Oh no!
Curb
Yes.
stomp, yo.
You just curb stomped him sans curb.
I'm gonna eat his eyes now.
There
What's
are
wrong
no
with
eyes
you?
left.
Oh.
What is wrong with you?
Jin. No, Ronan, you're going to be playing Raven Guard. You're not playing a World Eater. There's no eyeball eating.
What? I thought this was gonna be the blood bearer.
Right, Jin, you're
I aim for the second guard, the lowest one
okay.
on the top.
Yeah, that's fine. So, -10 for short range, you don't get ganging up. I'll not give him any kind of cover bonus because you're shooting from an elevated position because you're on the table like a badass. Because everyone's a badass when they shoot things from on top of the table, let's be fair.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Spread leg, just. It's cool.
I'm looking up that rule, by the way.
If you're
Fail.
going to spend a fate point to reroll.
Okay. Damn.
Holy crap. That's
right,
really unlucky.
okay. I just want to check something. You're firing single shot, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that should have been a +10. Plus the +10 from...
You said -10.
No, it should have been... So it gets +10 from short range.
Yes.
Plus
+10 for a single shot.
aiming.
+10 for aiming, so that's +30. 34, 56.
Hang on, single shot, aim. That should... Oh, short range. Yes, you should have hit on the first one.
The first one, yeah, should have hit
Yeah.
by 5.
Yeah. So the first one actually hit. So you didn't spend the fate point. So roll damage for me. 10 points of damage, and you hit 54. So that's body. So that's another. Okay. So. Oh, it's body. Hang on. Okay, so that puts him onto. Hang on, take off. Yes, it's 4 damage. That puts him on the -6 critical impact to the body. The attack knocks the target sprawling on the ground. The target is flung 1d5 meters away. Can't really do that because that would just put him to a bench. And falls prone. So he is prone. He also suffers 1d5 levels of fatigue and is stunned for 1d5 rounds.
Could he go entirely unconscious if he takes
He's
enough fatigue?
Currently not taken enough fatigue yet. Actually, fatigue is going to exclude it. No, he's not taken enough fatigue damage yet.
Oh.
Okay. Lucian, are you just going to spend your full action reclining?
Tim?
Does the couch have a recliner?
Oh my god.
But if you turn sideways, you can put your legs over Lave, I guess?
You could do that.
No, I'll just sit and watch and
Just
enjoy
hang.
the show. So popcorn around, is there?
No.
No.
The stuffing of the sofa looks like popcorn, but it's not.
He would know better than to eat that.
Okay.
Oh boy, he did it.
Sean.
Yes, I know.
Just
I see it.
as, okay.
I'll look at that later.
It's the second paragraph specifically.
Yeah. So I'm fairly sure that guy is no longer stunned. So he is going to not be stunned. He's going to spend half an action to stand up and a half action to... He can't draw his shock baton because he was stunned. He's going to try to punch the guy who tried to stomp on him. And he misses. Okay, that guy is stunned, and that guy is dead. Right. Lave. Are you actually going to do anything this turn?
Yeah, absolutely. I realized that it was a bad move to just sit down. That was stupid of me. I'm gonna rock up and like basically run up on this table and try not to look like such a coward pussy bitch. So I'm gonna like
Okay.
launch myself up onto this table and say something fucking heroic and like, yeah, down with the oppressors, yeah, fucking kill them all.
Death to the patriarchy! Wait, what?
Exactly. Wait,
Oh.
Okay, is that your
can I
entire action?
inspire the populace? Can I inspire my
The
warrior?
populace.
What
The populace of
interaction
this
skills
room.
have you got?
Let me find out for you, friend.
Please do.
I have at least 30 fellowship.
Right, but what interaction skills do you have?
Do you
I
have
have
command?
at least
Command.
I have at least
Yeah.
30 fellowship.
Wait, do none of us have charm or command?
Inspire can be granted through charm or command.
I really should have got.
You can
command.
take charm tests untrained.
I could try and do that.
Okay.
I can't make command tests if it's
That's
not
because
No. So,
No.
yes, you can make a charm test, and because of the situation and they're feeling especially motivated, I'll even give you a +10.
Oh fuck yeah, dope. Ugh!
Sean's not happy. You did this.
I'm perfectly fine, but that is not calculating the degrees of success correctly.
No, it's not.
That's,
Oh, that looks. Wait, hang on.
That's
Wait,
entirely
Yeah, that's
correct to me.
It's
That
not
doesn't look
taking
right.
into account the fact that you got a -20 from the untrained.
interesting. This API
Wait.
is the worst. I can't wait to move into the next system and get away from it.
I love API.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I should have just cancelled the. No.
Here's
It
a
should-
one.
It should
success.
say 1 degree of success, because you've literally just succeeded.
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
This
So
is
1
very
degree.
strange. Okay, so the prisoners are inspired. Well done. They start
Hey.
screaming, "Ah!
Even louder than they were before.
Vive la prison!"
We were like Legion.
Sure. As we move from the communism jokes to the fucking other communist jokes, when you think about it, it's Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on. Nast, you're up.
Fuck. So,
I would
can
say.
I try?
I would say, due to the method of the motivation from Lave, you are also inspired. So you have a +10 on your
Yes.
actions.
I really want to coup d'etat this dude. So can I actually do multi-attack without having any skills in it?
No.
No.
Okay. So single attack, half action aim, inspired. He's prone. So what's the bonus there
That's
for being
another,
prone?
that's another
10,
+20, I think.
That's plus 10, 10, 10, 20. That's 40. That's 50. If I do an all-out attack, I get plus 60.
Why do you make a cold? Why don't you make a cold shot against his head? Because that's a minus.
Because
20
then I won't
and
get
you're
any of
getting
the
plus-
other, and I have only a 30. So minus 20
You'll
plus
still
10
get the
for yours.
bonuses for stunned, pinned, not pinned, sorry, stunned, prone, and ganging
And
up,
inspired.
and inspired. So you'll get a +20 in total.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 chance of hitting. Sure,
Oh,
let's
okay,
just go for
carry on.
that.
It's
No,
up to you.
let's. Actually, yeah, no, I'll just go for the plus 60 instead, and then use a fate point if I have to.
You could also use the little rule there if Sean thinks it's. They literally copy pasted the stuff from Black Crusade into Dark Heresy. It's amazing.
I'll just. So how many degrees success? That's 83. That's not the chest. That's not the chest.
You don't need
And
to
how
worry.
many?
You don't need to worry about degrees of success.
Right.
I do because I can cause damage through it. How many degrees success is that? 5?
48, 58, 68, 78, 88, 98. 6.
6 degrees.
Let's spend a fate point because fuck this dude.
What?
7.
7.
Okay.
So
1d5 plus 8. Because I have 1 from the strength.
yeah, go for it.
To the leg. Just fucking die.
How come you add your degrees of success?
It's because I'm an assassin, so I spend a fate point for a special ability.
To its Dark Heresy special ability.
We didn't know
Okay. So you do another 7 points of damage, and I'm fairly sure he was on -6.
Just
So that's a -10.
please read to me what I do with a femur bone.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's rending, right?
No, it's impact. I think because it's shiv.
No, shivs are rending.
Yeah.
Okay, rending.
Hang on, let me just find rending. Here we go. So So the 9 critical says, hang on, it's to the leg, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is with
In a
those and
single
legs?
bloody hack, the leg is chopped off,
Jesus!
spurting vital fluids across the ground. The Okay, sorry, no. 9. With a meaty chop, the leg comes away at the hip. The target pitches to the ground, howling in agony before dying. 10 critical, which you have surpassed, as above, except the tide of blood is so intense that for the remainder of the battle, anyone making a run or charge action within 6 meters of the target must make a challenging +0 agility test or fall
Holy
over.
fuck!
Oh my god!
So, you know The Shining? The bit... I'm imagining that, except you take your femur, rake it across this guy's leg, and as you pull the leg away, fire hose of blood from this guy's head.
Do you remember that scene in Law Abiding Citizen where Jared Butler's just going to fucking turn on your man with the shiv? That's what I'm imagining here when he tries to take away the leg.
T-bone steak to the carotid.
That gentleman is quite dead. This room is quite bloody, and everyone is quite happy about this.
Yay!
Okay. Prisoners.
Ooh.
So I'm
Do
not
your
even going to
prisoning.
make them roll for this.
No, this guy is fucking beyond.
Yeah, the prisoners will basically stand on... Hang on, I'm going to move that guy. We'll stand on top of that guy's corpse, and these 3 will
All
just
together,
proceed
just
to
stand on
literally
him.
bludgeon
Hop.
this guy to death
Oh,
with their bare feet and hands and just slamming his head into the wall. And they kind of keep going for a while. Like, it takes about 5 minutes for them to stop bludgeoning this guy's corpse.
I go and kick him when they're done.
Okay.
While they're doing this, I get up and I pick up one of the dead guy's rifles and offer the pistol to anybody who wants it.
I would like some chest armor as well, if I can.
There are, in this room, 4 sets of chest armor available.
Is
Hey.
it better chest armor than what we
It's
have?
the same.
Okay.
I'll
Any
probably also
shotgun?
take a rifle.
There are... did I start...
2 rifles, 1
Hang on.
pistol, 3 sets of body armor.
Normal shotguns are usually just a D10 plus 4 impact damage, pen 0.
No,
With
I am
scan.
checking my notes.
Oh, okay. Oh, do you
Also-
handwrite them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, there is
Wow.
a shotgun in here.
Oh, can I have it?
Is it a stealth
Yes.
shotgun? Can I have it?
No, it is not a stealth shotgun.
I put a suppressor on the
Johan
shotgun.
Anton Shiger.
Can I go to the workshop and make a homemade suppressor for the shotgun?
Oh god. What kind of shotgun is it?
It's just a bog standard shotgun.
Okay.
It's 1d10 plus 4.
Does it have the Ogren proof call?
No,
We are
but
not
you
prison
shouldn't
plan.
need it.
Well, it's just that with things with the Ogren proof quality can be used as improvised weapons without, risking them being damaged.
Okay. No, it's not.
Okay, I'm sorry, Sean.
Okay, so anyone who is taking body armor, take it and apply it. Bear in mind there are 4 suits, so I think 4 of you already have it, so everyone can have body armor now.
And then one of the
Mhm.
guards can also. Well, one of the. The guy
Yes.
who's gonna get named.
Yes, I'm gonna make a character profile for him later, and he's getting body armor.
Yes.
Can I shake his hand?
What are the stats for the rifles?
It's basically the same as the stub revolver, except you get a 100-meter range. And they're
Again,
not unreliable.
They also
Oh,
have a
then
full
I'll-
auto.
I
of 10,
won't
don't
actually know about the
Yes,
body
they have
armor.
a full auto of 10.
So what size is the magazine?
30.
they? It says clip on the character sheet, Tim. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, I know. It's not my fault. People are dumb.
Don't yank at me, I didn't write the sheet.
So no special. Just it's not unreliable.
It's not unreliable.
Okay, great. 1d10 plus 3 impact damage. No pen. Single 3, 10, clip 30, reload full, range 100.
Yes. Impact damage. 30
Shotgun, the same amount
Yes.
of damage as my fist.
Yes, but your fist doesn't have the scatter quality.
Can
Can I have? What does the scatter quality do?
scatter quality makes it so that you get an additional plus 10 when firing point blank or short range, and for every 2 degrees of success, you score an additional hit up to an additional.
I-
Why did I know that off my head?
Because you're
because
good.
my naval bull gun in Deathwatch had scatter.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Are you certain you need the shotgun with your hands?
I mean,
Anybody without a ranged weapon, the pistol that I had is up for grabs. It's got 7 rounds left in it.
I just sort of want it, Sebastian. Do you want it?
Yes.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
give
give
you
it to Sebastian.
Hold on. I'll stat it out on my thing and then show you the profile.
Okay, so there are there's one auto rifle left for grabs if anybody wants it.
Nah.
I have a shotgun. I don't need it.
Actually, I'm going to take an auto rifle. Because I might need it if I want to use suppressing fire or something. Because I don't actually need to hit with that.
Nope. Okay, and then Nast has the shotgun, and everyone has body armor. Yeah.
Except me.
Sebastian, sending you the stat profile for the shotgun now.
Danke, my friend.
Okay, so after you guys have finished picking clean the bodies, a voice starts to play over the speakers on this floor. It's kind of raspy and metallic coming through the honestly subpar speakers on this floor. And you all kind of like stop what you're doing between reloading shells and bullets and kind of applying
Healing all the random peoples.
Yeah, I'm going to assume by the start of next session they'll be back up to full health.
Okay.
But the voice kind of like echoes through the empty, blood-soaked hallways and rooms of this floor, and it just kind of goes, "Brothers, I must admit I've been watching your progress on this floor with some interest. You appear to have done an admirable job. Now, I'm currently keeping an eye on the individuals who have been keeping us caged like animals for most of our lives, and I must admit, I feel like you might be able to help me deal with them. I can't currently get access to the floor where the warden is currently holding himself up, and I can't get access to the motor controls for the elevators, as they are held on a separate floor as well. I have noticed, however, that the infirmary on your section has a route to access that floor, and I'm sure your medical friend there would be able to explain that to you with some enthusiasm. If you feel the urge to free yourselves entirely from the shackles that have kept us restrained in the dark, like unwanted sins and forgotten memories, please open access to the lift. If not, go about your business."
And who might you be, Mr. Voice from above?
Most of you seem to have started referring to me as the ghost, or the shadow that lives in the deep. The name I was actually given is Corvus. And that's where we'll be calling the session. Thank you for watching. You opted to do so, and I kind of apologize for the technical issues we may have had towards the end there.
And Ronan screaming in your ear right at the end there.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
that too.
I love it.
Yes. In case you can't tell, Ronan is a bit of a Raven God. Any comments, suggestions, thoughts, whatever, put them in the comments below, or honestly, if you're watching this, you probably know me personally anyway, and you can just send them to me directly.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom! No, my mother would not watch this. She would not.
No, she wouldn't.
It. No, absolutely not. Anyway, this has been the first session of The Worlds That Were. Thank you, and we'll hopefully have the next episode up in about 2 weeks. Bye!
See you again.
Bye.